You smell like marijuana.
I do?
Yeah.
I didn't smoke today, to make sure.
You smell like marijuana. It's
Well, I mean,
probably
I
in your
do
car.
smoke, but...
It's probably in your car.
Yeah. Why is that a bad thing?
No, I don't care at all.
Oh, you're just saying it as like a point? Oh.
No, I was just saying, I just thought of it. I was like, okay, I know it's not them. Unless it's you, Nate.
Nah, I didn't smoke today.
Okay.
Nah.
Because it could be Nate.
No, I didn't smoke today because I didn't want to be,
Yeah, because... Oh, shit, I don't even want to talk about the one pod we had where the dude was so high.
Oh, no.
But I don't get high like that, to be honest.
No, bro.
Bro, you don't mention names.
All right, so yeah, we did one podcast. I've never had this happen before. I did a podcast with a guy, and my thought was like, I guess the guy why I'm bringing up this weed thing. He came in super high, and like really high.
But like weed high or like?
No, he was like weed high. Yeah, he was
Sure.
probably too high.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk about other highs in a sec here too, but
Yeah, because I saw you did ayahuasca, which is sick.
we're gonna talk about it. Yeah. But so anyways, he comes too high, and I'm trying to interview him, and he's like, his questions are like answers. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Funny.
oh shit, dude, deep. That's deep. No, but anyways, dude, what? First of all, I don't want to get into all the drama shit first.
I love that you don't do intros, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
know why I hate intros so much. I think
Intros
they're
suck.
so like outplayed. It's like start it, bro. People are here to see what they want to see.
Yeah. So not the drama shit right away, but let's talk about you. Like you had a pretty crazy time on YouTube. You've had a crazy time.
Yeah.
Like you've gone through a lot of shit. Because I've seen a lot of stuff. You've dealt with like, some substance issues.
Yeah. Which I don't, you can ask me anything. I don't care.
Yeah, no,
I'm
yeah.
a super open book. People learn from things like that. And also I just don't like really closeting secrets and shit like that. It's like, why? It's
Yeah.
like, also I feel like it also motivates people to tell the truth also and to kind of destroy the stigma around a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So first of all, I mean, to the people who don't know, how did you get started in like on the internet first off?
So YouTube, I found it I started YouTube making videos in 06. So it's been a really fucking
Holy
long time. I was
fuck.
10 years old. I started making videos for like, originally like WWE intros, like compilations like Jeff Hardy and shit like that.
Wait, what?
And I'd take rap songs and I'd put the Alvin and the Chipmunks like pitch on it with Audacity, and I'll put Alvin and the Chipmunk remix to like Lil Jon and like, I don't know, motherfuckers
When
like
you
that.
were 10.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was trolling. I thought it was funny. That was my first like 30K views. I was like, oh my God. I'm like Lil Jon. It's funny as hell.
So
Alvin.
what made you want to be a YouTuber?
Originally it was just like interesting that there was like videos online and shit. So I would just post random stuff, but I didn't want to be a YouTuber. I was just posting videos.
Oh,
And
okay.
then when it came to like Call of Duty in like 2009, me and my friends from school, we just upload YouTube to show each other montages and clips and shit.
So obviously there's something to that. Like when did you start getting heavy into video games?
Always. I was in video games before, like even in 06, even I was only uploading like Dragon Ball Z and like Naruto music video or anime music videos. They're so lame. But like I was making shit like that. And I would even just record my screen and upload like Dragon Ball Z gameplay. It's like I've been doing gaming for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what do you like most about it? And you still do it to today?
Yeah, of course. Not
Yeah.
as much. I still play a lot though. When I start making content again for it, I'm of course gonna play every day. But I don't know. I just like video games. I just always have since I was a kid. Maybe it was just I didn't really like my area growing up where I lived at, so I just stay inside and play the
Stay
game all the time.
inside, yeah. I fully I love video games, man. I'm heavy like nerd. Even I play a lot less now just because the amount of things
did
that I
you
have
play?
to do. I played everything.
Oh.
Like Halo. I played
That's my favorite game of all time. You know
that's
that?
my
Halo 3?
Yes.
I think
Halo
it's the
3?
most specifically, yeah.
3.
It's 3 specifically.
Not 2.
2 is cool, but 3 is like super ahead of its time, bro. It had everything that a game should have today, and it still doesn't. It's insane. It has everything.
Yeah, it's true.
Like I made montages from Halo without like anything to record with because the Bungie.net used to have like you could
Bro.
upload your clips there. It was crazy.
We gotta. I mean, I don't want to get too into Halo because it's like a really
no.
sad spot for me. But like, I guess I want to ask you this question before we get into the rest of this interview about you. I want to know your opinion on why do you think some games just completely go to shit eventually?
So I used to think for a long time Activision was stupid. I'm like, how do they not listen? How do they not listen? Why do they keep doing this? Why are they dropping a new game every single year? What the fuck is wrong with their brains? But then what I realized is that the only reason they were doing this is because the people at Activision aren't necessarily fans of gaming or Call of Duty.
Oh, it's just money.
They were building IPs to sell it to Microsoft. That's all they were doing. There's no other way for me to see it. Because they would have made so much more money and been a bigger like game if they just made Call of Duty, took the best of everything and just updated that game like Counter-Strike or League of Legends or all these other games. That's the meta. You don't make multiple games every year. You make one game and you perfect it. You make it as good as you can.
But I feel like that's a newer style of like production now because it's the way
Counter-Strike's been out for a decade. League of Legends been out for like over a decade. It's like
Did they have in-game purchasable shit? But that was like, is it after the
all
Fortnite?
those games have that.
But did they have it? Did
Counter-Strike? I mean, you know the Counter-Strike gambling stuff, right? Like the skins and everything. That's been
Yeah.
around since like 2015, 14.
So I see. Wasn't that big into Counter Strike.
Okay.
But that was before Fortnite.
4 years before, 5 years before. Yeah.
Okay,
but
so
even longer because it came out in 2012.
So what? So did Counter Strike start the in-game purchase thing?
I don't know if they started it, but they were definitely like the most. Like I don't know another game
because Fortnite made that shit famous. Like they made everyone do that.
But here's the issue with Fortnite too: is that you just buy your skin and then you can't really like sell it or do something with it. But it's also made for kids, so they don't want kids like selling skins and doing all that.
Yeah,
shit,
which
right?
is so you're saying because I kind of knew about this. Like there were scandals and all this shit. People were like selling.
With Counter Strike?
Yeah.
Dog, if only you knew. Dude, someone just got like an AK that's a case hardened blue gem, selling it for. He said, I'm going to entertain offers after $400,000.
Recently.
Yeah, like a month ago. All the skins
People
went up.
still do
Bro,
that.
Everything that I used to have in like 2015 skin wise, at one point I had like a $200,000 like inventory in 2015. Shit would be worth like $1 million at least now. Everything
Today.
went up. Oh, yeah.
People still do that.
Bro, yes. Even Tico was telling me he had a Dragon Lore, one of these rare like snipers in the game. And I used to have like 10 of them, bro. But apparently they're like, I forgot what the exact number is. I don't want to like bullshit, but it went up significantly.
So I'm assuming these are skins that you get from like achieving certain points in a game. No,
it's all
random.
No, it's so they have the way that they do it is they have cases. So you get like these little like cases,
Remember,
and then you have
like
to buy keys.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
Okay. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm such a nerd because okay, stop. Okay, let's talk about you, man. So you're like, okay, I'm 10. You're making these videos, these like fucking wrestling things, and then what? You go like, I'm good at video games, and I'm always curious about this video game thing, like because I was good at video games, but there's just a different level of like good at video games when it comes to like streamers and like people who are really good at that shit.
The craziest thing is, in my opinion, a lot of these bigger streamers aren't even the best. They're just like known as the best. But that's what it is. It's like unless you're the literal best, like the number one guy, being the number 5 guy isn't that good. I'd rather be number 50 or 100 and be way funnier or way more entertaining or just a cooler person than number 2 and just kind of a dork. Because those like or not number 2 still do well, but like the top 10, like if you're not entertaining within like after 5 to 10, you don't really get as big in my opinion. Like I don't see that many like gamers that are like really like have no personality, like no energy, get to a certain point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
well, that's like the same thing we could talk about in the fitness industry is like someone could have like the greatest physique, but if there's no substance to them, at some point people are like, I'm bored.
Exactly. So they're here to be entertained, right? So in the beginning, they watch like those good players to see how they can make themselves better. Yeah. But you'd rather just watch a guy who's like really good at entertaining at the same time.
So were you like really, really good? Were you mid?
It was on the good, really world good. Back then. Back then, it was like about trick shots, man. So at that point when I joined FaZe, it was entirely about how good you were. It did not matter who the hell. Nobody even knew what I looked like, what I sounded like. It wasn't about any of that. Yeah. You know, it was just straight up about how good you are at trick shotting. And then like in 2013 is like when it started shifting a little bit. 2013.
How come
14.
I can never pull that trick shotting shit off, dude?
You just gotta do it all day, bro. It's like anything. You know what I mean?
You're just spinning around and you're just randomly shooting.
You don't randomly. You time it.
It's random.
No, it's not because you time it. It's luck to hit the actual no scope, but the timing. You know what I mean?
It's all bullshit. I think it's just luck. You guys do it 1,000. It's just like fuck, what's his name?
The actual shot hitting is luck, though. I agree with that.
Tristan, you seen Tristan Jazz? Yeah, he just
but same thing. So you don't think he knows how to get himself in that position to then throw the ball?
Yeah, but he's there. That motherfucker's there doing it all day. It's not like
there you go.
Just see the one clip.
That's what we were doing. Sitting in private matches for 4 or 5 hours a day, and then getting in the game for like 10 hours, like all day, bro, all day. So it's like eventually you figure it out, like anything in life, right?
Why do you think that shit became so popular? Just because it was wild. They would jump off and spin and fucking.
Yeah, because people cared so hard about Call of Duty back then, and they all wanted to be good, and then there was people that were doing that. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So let's talk about the evolution of your content. So you started making content in like this like kid stuff, and then when were you like, yo, I'm good at video games, I can do this, and then you start linking up with FaZe and you start creating this relationship?
It was 2011, like 2011, like the year after FaZe like was created essentially. And I was supposed to get in FaZe in 2011, but then like I don't know if you know Apex. He's my dog, my brother now, but he like, hated me so much when we were 14 because I showed a Call of Duty spot by accident. I didn't know it was a secret. I showed it, so he hated me for a long time. So it delayed me joining FaZe by like a year, and I kind of gave up, bro. I started like playing with all the kids I went to school with and stuff, and not like my gaming friends, and like I got worse, and I wasn't even a contender for FaZe at that point.
So you knew you had a chance to get in, but then you fucked something up. So then you were like, oh fuck, I ruined this opportunity.
Yeah, like Seabass ended up telling me back then, he's like, yeah, we can't recruit you because like there's people on our team that don't like you, and it was Apex at the time, right? And he was making everybody hate, but he was like a kid, like we were both like 13, 14-year-old kids, like it didn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
So then a year later.
So a year later you get in, and what is this like? Because you know, obviously I've seen some of the recent stuff you're talking about, like, you know, not in crazy detail, because I feel like you, at least I haven't seen any interviews of you really going into detail about it, but
that's why I did that long ass one I'm telling you about.
Yeah, and that hasn't dropped yet, has it?
Nah, and you know what's crazy? I was thinking about it yesterday. Like I talked for 5.5 hours, and I bet I left out so much details, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's so much. But I explained the general story, but there's still so many random details. I'm like, oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to get into a little bit. I guess I'm curious, like before that happens though, like I guess describe to you, like in your perspective, what's your relationship with like was FaZe from the beginning? Like obviously it was all the boys.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And at some point I knew this because I remember I was making content and I saw kind of the progression of FaZe, going from like the boys content and then not becoming corporate, but like
becoming corporate.
They got people were like, yo, there's a lot of money in this shit. We're gonna buy in. And I was always curious. I don't even know if you could say this or not. Probably can't.
If you don't mind, I'll say whatever I know, and
Yeah.
then if you let my lawyer look at this before we post it, then I'll say whatever you want.
Yeah. So my question, first off, I guess I was always curious. How much did the people who came in buy, and how much do they own?
Well, the issue is there was a bunch of different. Most of it, to be honest, that's the thing. But it's a lot of different people, right? It's like the people that actually are FaZe, and that's what started a lot of this. And I'm gonna get into that. It's like why I ended up feeling that way because it just felt so wrong to me that so many random people got brought in / bought in, and then the people that deserved to have shares and ownership of the company didn't. And now they're being like manipulated into working for what they already should own. So they got turned into employees, and it's weird to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's tough. It's tough though because like if people with money come in and they buy whatever, like it's hard to say. Like I can understand both sides. It's just like. It's then for like individuals to protect themselves in the situations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Because a lot of us were younger too at the time, right? So
yeah.
we didn't really...
So you get the business guy with the money and the acclimate is going to come in and be like, I could not necessarily take advantage, but I'm going to do my best to protect myself and my interest, right?
Yeah.
So like you also can't blame. I wouldn't blame these people for treating it that way because like that's how kind of business works. And I mean, if I've been around the block enough to know that motherfuckers will run you dirty like the minute that they can. But my question is like, where were you in it before like? Because you've had some ups and downs, obviously with yourself on social media. Like, where were you in it? Like, how did you know you were invested to a point where for you to come out and say, yo, this is what I think, this is what happened. You must have been told something that like, oh, yo, you're going to have this, or you're going to have that. And then something changed.
You mean, but that's the thing. They were never really transparent.
Oh.
Like me as a major shareholder, I never knew how much everybody else had.
When did you start to get shares? When you were like, this is what I have?
We split it 25, 25, 25 in 2015, early 2015. We split it 4 ways.
Banks?
Me, Banks, Tommy, Apex. We all split it 25. Because Tommy, originally, like when it was just like a, before it was just like a clan or whatever.
So it was you
he
4?
owned 100%. Yeah.
Okay, I was always curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we all owned it equally. And then a bunch of like fuck shit happened and But I'll get into all that.
Yeah, well, so what happened? So you guys owned it 4 ways.
Did you meet our old CEO? No, it's crazy because nobody knows about him. Nobody even knows like everything he did to us.
I might
but
have.
I went over it with that other interview for sure.
I might have. So what happened?
Pretty much.
But so hold on, let's take it. So you guys are 4 together, like, yo, we're in this, we're equal.
Yeah.
And you guys are all good.
Yeah.
And then
we're all on the same page. We're all
someone brings in like a money guy.
He wasn't even a money guy. He was a finesse guy who told him, oh, I know guys from here. I can help you guys do structure, this, that. But he's just a pathological liar who will, like, I genuinely believe has like a real mental illness. Like he really can't stop lying, bro. Like it's insane.
So, but he must have got in with money though.
He brought in a guy who he said he knew since he was a kid, who was like royalty in Norway, and then he invested a lot of money, and that's why he still has what he has. But that guy ended up stealing all the money essentially.
The other guy.
Oh yeah, had his wife on salary allegedly, by the way, for $600,000 a month for his wife.
600. So okay, $600,000 a month.
Allegedly, that's what I hear.
What can you say? Like, how much money a month is fucking FaZe bringing in at this point? It was I mean, bro, it was the first like really massive like gaming fucking entity. Like as far as on social, where people are like, yo, this is
But exactly
cool.
it. That's why my biggest thing was preserving that for FaZe, because to be honest, like we could lose all of our esports teams. Cool, fine. We just go buy another one like every other org does. Who cares? People aren't really attached to orgs for their esports teams like that unless that team has stayed around for a long time, like Optic. Optic, like Call of Duty might be like the only exception because like Scump and people like that.
Yeah.
But like other teams, like no one gives a fuck. You just, it's all like pros, and if they do well, they do well. Like even our Atlanta FaZe, I like all the boys on the team, but like they're not like ingrained into the FaZe identity like that. It's not like they've been around since 2012, 13. So it doesn't matter as much. What you have to preserve is like the content creation team, that side of the brand, because that's what gives the rest of the esports team strength.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, well, that's the thing.
I don't
man.
want to blow that, and these motherfuckers are stupid as hell, and they're just saturating that shit, selling that shit out, and focusing on like that end, the esports end, which isn't even profitable. So it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I can understand both. I don't know enough about the esports and how much actual physical dollars are in that, but I do know what you're saying about the content creators and like them being a really integral part. Like brands nowadays can be very successful without content creators, but it's very, very hard to get to that point.
Yeah.
And nowadays it's like especially all the new things coming up, if they don't have like a strong backbone of people who are like, you know, yo, this is the brand I fuck with, like they're repping it, because people are more engaged with people than they are with companies, and they've always been that way. But nowadays,
any massive company, like even if Apple tweets something, you think they're gonna do like crazy engagement? As even though we all have an Apple phone, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah,
No one
because
gives a
people love people.
Exactly.
So I totally understand that perspective.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, I mean, again, I don't know all the details. It sounds like, but I saw the stuff. I saw the video. I saw your video talking about it, and I was like, this kind of makes sense. Like this kind of happens when money comes in, and then
You seen Straight Outta Compton?
Was that?
You seen Straight Outta
Yeah,
Compton?
and then they're like, yo, we can profit off this, and then it kind of takes away from what it was originally.
Yeah.
So when did that start happening?
Fuck, like 2018. It's been a long time, bro.
And how? So what were the
So even like
things
when I saw you in Calabasas, for example, like that's I was going through it, bro. I was dealing with
Yeah.
that guy, that old CEO, and it's like, it just sucks, man, to feel like your whole like company got robbed away from you. And, like our connection, especially like all of us, like I guess like the younger guys, like we have such a strong emotional attachment to FaZe because we were all like massive fans at one point, joined in. It was a huge deal to us, you know.
Yeah.
Like we made it, like this, that. So it's like, that's why I don't give a fuck about the money. That's why I did my thing. Is my shit was worth $60 million at one point. Fuck that. Don't care. I don't want to make that money if FaZe is dying. I don't want to sell out my shares and like let FaZe die. I can't do that. We all had 1 million shares each at the time, and then he randomly gave them all 400,000 and not me. So it's like, to me, it bothered me because I never took a salary ever. Never took a salary because I'm like, I want FaZe to have the money. I lent FaZe $300,000 to buy our Counter-Strike team at the time, and obviously I wasn't like, I didn't have like fucking 10 million or 20 million or something like that. It was like, it was a decent amount for me. It was probably a little bit over 10% of what I had. So gave that to the Counter-Strike team, and then they kind of just like said fuck you for like 6 years, bro. Like for that money that I gave them, for never taking a salary. In my head was like, I'll take care of this brand now, so they got me later. There was no got me later.
But what was? Well, yeah. What was saying fuck you? What does fuck you mean? What does that mean? Like
they made up a trillion different excuses to why they couldn't pay me back. Like so many different excuses. Like, oh, we can't because of this, that. And then apparently, like through passing, I heard from like somebody else that the old CEO said like, fuck him, he's not getting his money anyways. He thought like we are gonna give him his money. The old one, he's gone, and like he scammed a bunch of people. Like he even scammed all of us out of like hundreds of thousands individually investing in his company.
And you guys are all good with that, and they're good with that. So, but my question, like,
who's good with that?
Meaning, like, you guys are good with what each other have. You four are good with
I
what
don't
each
care.
other.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. With us four, I don't give a fuck. A lot of them, like, we have a glorified middleman who got more shares than like Alex and Rug combined. Like, why? How do you come into the company and be a glorified middleman? All he does is pass information for Lee, and he gets more shares than Alex and Rug. How?
Yeah.
In what fucking world? Why do these boomers just to walk in and take more shares than the dudes that built it? And let's just be realistic about who's more valuable, like who can be replaceable. We could swap them out every day and nobody would notice. We can't swap out Alex and Rug every day and nobody would. That's not how it works.
No,
They're the ones with the leverage, but the way that they did is they came in, set up their flag, started bringing people in, and it's not like we got paid. If we all got paid for this to happen, sure, we sold out the company, it's our fault. But it's never happened. It's not like any of us got paid for this. Not even Apex Banks, none of us got paid, right? So it's not like we sold out the company. It's just that we trusted people to help us with our business structure. They brought in one person. They brought in one person. We did deal with a lot of lawsuits that we had to end up taking money to pay for. So that's an issue.
Yeah.
But then a lot of it was just them hiring incompetent staff and over hiring.
Who's them? The corporate structure?
Corporate motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily want to name, because obviously it's not Tommy Banks and Apex. All this FaZe shit that everybody sees, it's not us. It's not FaZe. It's not us deciding it. Half these members, when they see like Disney go up, they just found out we're doing a deal with Disney. When they see that this is going up, they just found that shit out. And it's just not the FaZe way, bro. Like, we all got to know this shit, come up with the plan.
Yeah.
Do we like this? Do we not like this? Oh, who would put it on their channel? Oh, who would do this video club? They don't think that way. They are on their weird middle-aged, midlife crisis ass, like trying to be FaZe, trying to get the clout and attention and act like they're, it's weird. It's weird. All the politicking at the warehouse is weird to me. Y'all are old.
So
like, y'all are old. Stop it.
So does like how does Banks, how does Tommy feel about this? How does Apex feel about this? Have you talked to them like on the side?
No, they agree that we need to change this. Like they agree with that. Tommy's always said that. Banks has always said that, but they don't agree with my approach to go public. That's the thing they disagree with 100%, because they're like, no, we can just handle on the inside. We don't need to do this. But it's like, dog, I've been trying for years.
Yeah.
So
do you think like the outward reflection is not what FaZe should be like? Because obviously that's the thing we're talking about. If you're saying right now, hey, it's not about the money for me.
Yeah. So remember, I was a huge fan of FaZe, right? So the idea of FaZe, it's like the logo. It means it's like a symbol of hope, right? For all like the young kids who want to turn content creation or anything into a career. Like that idea of I don't want to live the 9-to-5 life, go to school, do all the bullshit. I want to do something on the internet or just outside of that, right? Just something different than the regular life, right? So that's what FaZe always meant to me and a lot of fans, that you could make it on video games, you can make it on YouTube, you can make it on this.
Which is so fucking cool, by the way.
Extremely. And then it was like, you see these group of dudes all live together, all trying to make it. Like, you know what I mean? So that was like enticing to the viewer. And like, it was a thing they'd watch, and it was almost like we were a real life sitcom in a way. Like they'd watch and be like, damn, I wish I had that. I wish
family, camaraderie, all that.
Yeah, like it's just something that fans would relate to and they'd respect and they would want to be a part of, right? That's why people watch sitcoms. They want that friend group, they want that life, they want that whatever. So that's like why that shit's popular. And that's what FaZe needs to stand for. Back in the day, whenever we'd recruit a member, they would instantly pop. You join FaZe, immediately you have a career. Made it, off rip. Now you join FaZe, bro. Like, no, I love Pros. I think he's a great guy. But like, no respect to him. But he joined FaZe 1. We spent, what, $6.5 million on that fucking FaZe 1 thing. That's when they overspend crazy for 3,000 viewers. Imagine that, crazy.
Fuck.
He joins FaZe. He gets 2,000 subs, bro.
That's insane.
Do you understand? When I used to tag any of them on Instagram back in the day, it'd be like no less than 10K followers.
Well, also,
just off a tag.
But Instagram back in the day is a very different thing than Instagram today.
What do people not still get as many followers off per tag?
Fuck no, bro.
Oh, really? Yeah, it used to be juiced. It really did. Like back in, well,
bro. It was fucking. It was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
I used to tag them and blow their shit up.
But now it is a little different.
Okay, so it's slightly. But regardless, though, putting in that much effort and resource into it, I would hope that you'd get more than 2,000 subscribers off spending that many millions. Right? I would hope so, personally.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
But regardless, it wasn't even about Instagram. That was just an example. Even YouTube, right? You join, you'd get 100K on YouTube off rip. Even if first week when you joined FaZe back in the day. Not like that back in the day, back like 2013, 14, 15, I'm saying. And that was because subconsciously to the FaZe fan, wow, a new FaZe member, he's dope, he's valid. Yeah. They don't need to prove it to me because every other FaZe member has been valid. So you assume that they're good. You know what I mean? The way that somebody joins the NBA and it's like, even the worst player in the NBA, he's still better than you at basketball, better than me at basketball, right?
For sure.
It's like, you know what I mean? So then it turned to a point to where we start recruiting, we just start over-recruiting, we start recruiting celebrities. That's my least favorite one because the celebrity's not a FaZe member, that's a spit in the face to the fan.
But they're trying to grow the brand.
But that's not what you do, and it actually takes away. They think it's growing the brand because like, oh, we're gonna fucking dick ride all these people that have followers and are big rappers, whatever. But it actually does the opposite. Why not just make them ambassadors? Why not just do collabs? That would grow the brand. Making them a FaZe member is a spit in the face of the fan that wants to be in FaZe. It is, and I've been screaming that since day one. I'm like, why do we do this? Y'all are on dick. Y'all just want to meet these celebrities so bad and act like you're doing something.
You don't think involving the celebrities is a good thing?
Involving them, not recruiting them.
So
that's what I'm saying, ambassador collabs, but never recruit them because they're not.
So here's members. I'm gonna give you. Here's my perspective on that. Absolutely. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't fully see it the same way because when I look at it, you're talking something that we know from the inside, right? Ambassador, or you're talking about being a part of FaZe. So
as long as they're not labeled as a FaZe member.
Okay, but so here's the deal. On the outside, from a fan standpoint, everyone watching this content, there's no real difference with when they see, oh, their FaZe is doing something with them and he's an ambassador versus like, oh, that guy's in FaZe.
No, it's a huge difference. I get it for the third person, like the random dude that doesn't really know FaZe like that, but to anybody that actually keeps up with FaZe every day is the reason that FaZe is where they are today and like the backbone of FaZe.
You're talking about the audience. I'm talking about audience.
I'm talking about our main audience because there's FaZe fans. Like FaZe has gone so big to the point now where it's like there's FaZe fans that actually know shit and then there's people that know FaZe. Right, so there's FaZe fans and there's people that know FaZe.
So here's the deal.
And the people that know FaZe only know it because of the FaZe fans. So you have to make these motherfuckers happy. Because these motherfuckers, they're going to know about us regardless.
Check this out. Outside. I got to give you another counterpoint. Sure. Check this out. So these motherfuckers, right, the ones inside the real FaZe fans, which ride or die, these helped build the company from the beginning, right? They were there.
Dude,
so now, here's the deal. 10 years go by, these guys don't care. And I got to play devil's advocate here. 10 years go by, these guys don't care as much because now they have families,
absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
So in order to get new of these guys, you have to bring people who were just like, oh, I know Little Yachty, I know this guy.
No, I agree with that.
And then they become these ones.
But they don't have to be labeled as FaZe members because that's the thing. If you make them as ambassador or you do collabs with them, this side will still like be interested, right? So, but these people, the main core, will be the ones. Sorry, I'm just using this because you know what I mean by now.
No, yeah.
But these people are going to be the ones that are like upset about it, the ones that are going to stop believing in FaZe. Like they're the ones that comment on FaZe. FaZe just recruits anybody nowadays. Forgot this guy joined FaZe. Oh, another bullshit recruit.
I see what you're saying.
Those are the guys you don't want to piss off.
But so I guess
You know
what
what
I'm
I mean?
saying is like it's just the outward reflection. Like how do you do it right? Because someone's gonna see it if whether you're this guy or this guy, and you're gonna be like, yeah, well he's fucking with
bro,
it. Because
even like look at pro sports. Like look at the Lakers.
But
They'll have
what's-
motherfuckers. They'll have rappers that come and they'll show love to them and be like, oh, this dude came to a Lakers game. But they're gonna throw him in a Lakers uniform and be like, you're a Laker now. Like you have to have a certain qualification to actually be considered a FaZe member.
Okay.
Like, you have to be a creator, bro, like an actual creator. Otherwise, it just takes away from the definition of what a FaZe member is, right?
Like you
And
got
then-
your mate. You have to make your, in your opinion, then what it is to be FaZe in a like should be is like to be a content creator,
got to.
not just like a celebrity who like makes some content.
Yeah, because then it's just like, what are we doing with them? Unless they're actually committed, like for example, like, and I like them all as people, by the way, the people that we did recruit. I just don't agree with the move as a member, right? It's like I can love you as a human. Like I love my mom. I'm not gonna hire as fucking CFO for FaZe, right? It's like just because I love someone or think they're a nice person doesn't mean that they are deserving of the position. I have to be very like separate with that.
Right.
Like, otherwise, you'll just hire people that aren't competent for a very long time because you like who they are.
Yes.
Right? And you can't have that for a brand as big as FaZe.
No, so I'm just trying to. I guess I'm trying to really like decipher because like we're talking about from the outside in, right? What is someone perceives as someone being a part of FaZe as a member?
Oh
or
yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely. There's being like a content creator, someone that's gonna like. That's what I'm saying. If like someone like Yachty, for example, actually showed up to shoots like once a week or twice a week and like helped us on that end, that's way more like like negotiable. Then I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
dude, we've done like one shoot with each of them over like 5 years. Like nobody does shit, right? And I don't blame them. They have their own lives. Like Kyler Murray's in the NFL. He's busy doing NFL shit. But like, then why do we recruit him? Just for like one collab, one post, one intro, one announcement. That's what they do it for. Snoop Dogg. What have you seen with Snoop Dogg since we've announced him?
yeah, no, I haven't.
There you go. What have you seen with Yachty since we announced him? What have you seen with Offset since we announced him?
So,
Nothing.
but so that's my
that's what takes away. That's what gives the fan the idea of like, okay, that's another FaZe member. If there's no match, there's no follow up. These motherfuckers are they're so stupid that the only way they know how to get interaction is by an announcement. They're like, that's the only thing that works. When we post an announcement, we get interaction. We have a great day that day.
So
So,
then-
they just chase announcement.
But it's
They
then it's
never-
just the wording then.
What do you mean?
It's just the wording that needs to change.
Of announcing them as members, you're saying?
Yeah, which is like, hey, we're doing a collab with this person. It's just
Yeah,
the
but
wording.
It's also about just like the follow up, actually building a core that's constantly doing things and like then just like meshing them together. Like having that mesh is important, that group effort, right? It's like everyone's kind of solo separate. Like there's no real like community with FaZe nowadays. Back in the day, the Skype chat was the hottest thing. Like when I joined FaZe, I was so excited just to be in a Skype chat, talk to everybody. That's like what it was. It was actually, we talk to each other. If you think anybody in FaZe actually talks to each other, you're insane. Nobody talks to each other. There's small cliques, so there's like Nuke Squad, people were randomly talking, but it's not like that at all. In New York, when we lived together, someone came to kick it with me, they're coming to kick it with all of us. Someone came to kick it with Banks, they're coming to kick it with all of us.
Yeah, no, I get it. So it's like
different.
when
Even like when you came to like Calabasas for the fight, like we were all there. Not
Yeah.
everyone, like but other people like that live
Yeah.
there and other people FaZe members.
But see,
came also.
we're kind of talking about two separate things, right? Like
Okay.
you're thinking of like the the Renaissance. This is the great era, like the golden era, right? And then it was like this. What I'm talking to and speaking to is like they're still trying to further this brand. In my perspective, the way I see it, trying to further this brand. I think it's just in the narrative around the announcement.
But it's okay. That's why I'm very like in the middle. I understand the business aspect of it, and it's okay to try to grow the brand doing that. But you can't take away from the OG fan base.
No.
That's what I'm saying,
I'm
right?
not saying take it away. I'm saying,
But it
they
does
need-
when you recruit them.
Well, no. So let's say that's what I'm saying. If we change the word, I'm not saying make any decision for
but that's
FaZe.
why I've been saying this whole time, like ambassador or collaboration purposes. Like, yeah, if
Yeah,
they,
then
if
why
they recruit
didn't-
them as because they like, no, it's way more fucking clout if they say FaZe member. Because they're all boomers, bro. They don't understand how shit works. That's what I'm saying. It's just like it's some.
So
corny
that's what I'm
ass shit
saying.
to
It's
me.
just the wording that is funky to me.
Yeah.
And funky to you. And the thing that it's like, yo, we did this event or we did this collab or we did this, collection of whatever with this person because they fuck with the brand. And it's the announcement. It's
like
the cool
we did
part.
an OTF thing with Dirk, right? And I think that one's fine because it was a collab with Dirk. OTF, we didn't recruit Dirk and make a whole like, oh, FaZe Dirk or something like that. It was just cool. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But recruiting him is like, for what? He's not a FaZe member. Like, why are you trying to paint a FaZe member that? And then we lose like weight on our recruits because then people don't care as much anymore. Why someone like Pros gets 2,000 subs when he joins FaZe? Because we've diluted the idea of what it means to be a FaZe member. So it doesn't mean as much anymore. Now it's like subconscious to the fan. It used to be they join FaZe, auto sub, they're probably lit. I'm about to find out. Now it's like, all right, they join FaZe. Let me see. He has to prove himself now. Then he'll earn my sub and follow. Now you got to earn it.
Yeah.
Now you don't join FaZe and make it. You join FaZe and have to earn it.
Do you think some of that is just
Insane.
do you think some of that is just the evolution of the internet?
No, because if somebody joined Sidemen right now or AMP right now or any of those like groups right now, they would immediately pop 1,000,000,000%.
Yeah.
If somebody joined AMP or Sidemen right now, they would boom because they're still holding on to that like core value.
So then I guess the question is, do you
Or Nelk. Imagine someone join Nelk right now.
Yeah, I mean,
He'd
yeah,
pop.
it would
Like
pop,
look at
yeah.
Steiny, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he was like, wasn't he Steve's like assistant?
Yeah, he was.
And then he ended up becoming like he has like millions of followers now, and he's on podcast. Like, come on, bro. Like that's what happens when you like stick with a group and you don't like. Imagine if y'all recruited a Nelk member every other week or every 2 weeks, and then they never showed back up. Steiny would, I promise you, have way less like everything if that's what y'all did. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think you're in. Are you in Nelk?
I'm
Nelk
not like in
associate?
it,
Yeah, yeah.
like, but I'm in it. You know?
Yeah, yeah, I hear
I'm 100%
Because
the
you're in the
podcast.
podcast, so you're definitely
I
like,
love the fucking podcast. But like I filmed content with them for a very long time for like on the kind of come up with Steve before like he
remember
went
the
and did
gym
his,
stuff and everything.
Yeah, before he went and did his own channel. So we did a ton of content together. But you know, they film a lot of content obviously without me because I'm not as into the prank stuff and I'm not as comfortable doing that kind of shit. But overall, yeah, I mean, I make a ton of content with them. But I wouldn't call myself a Nelk member in a sense, right? But those are my guys for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So I'm curious then, do you think then just this is something like the uncomfortable thing to talk about is it just because FaZe is less popular now?
Is what because FaZe is less popular?
Like
is the
why
reason a FaZe member?
Yeah, like someone
No.
become a FaZe member.
It's not, but FaZe is less popular because of things like that. Constant recruiting members.
You don't think
no
it's just
match.
time?
No, we'd be look at Sidemen, bro. They're the perfect example.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not that. If we kept it up, it would not be that way. But also like our old CEO kind of got in between us also. He like kind of turned us all against each other. He was really weird and crazy. Like I'm saying, full blown manipulator. Like come to me, Banks said this about you, Apex said this about you, but you're this, and then he'd go to Banks and Norton said this about you, and Apex said this about you.
Jesus
But
Christ.
He's a monster. He's an absolute monster.
You guys all agree to that?
Unanimously. There's not a single human in FaZe that would ever say he is anything less than a monster.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, not a
That
single
sucks.
person. Not a single person.
I mean, it kind of like it sucks because things like this, like just you can't fully avoid. Like I don't want to call it the like we talked about earlier about becoming corporate, but because you do want to grow.
Can. And I tried one thing to try to like fix it because the only thing that made sense in my head was okay, we're all unhappy with FaZe. We all individually go to fight this battle. Why do we not build a union and call it a day? You know how easy it'd be if we built a union? If we all just said we are one, we have one opinion. If y'all fuck with us, it's over.
So that's
'Cause
my
FaZe dies without it.
So that's my question to you, like
I
you
tried
four. Why are you guys not
I
on?
tried.
So why are they all not on the same page?
They definitely were. And that's the thing. We had a meeting with like the top executive people and then the founders, and we agreed on anything the founders say goes. They agreed. They agreed that whatever you four decide on goes. What's the first thing I did?
Did you put it in writing?
It was in a meeting. It wasn't necessarily wasn't necessarily in writing, but it was in a meeting. And the first thing I did after that is I went out and I tried to get like Alex and Rug and like Tico. Alex and Rug, I put $27 million worth of shares added for their shit. Like I really went hard for them.
Yeah,
$1
Rug
million bonus.
has been a massive part the last few
Come on,
years.
bro, Rug's the goat. I love Rug.
Like massive. He's so massive he can't even show up to this fucking podcast.
Yeah, he's a
Fuck you,
busy
Rug,
guy.
you
But
bastard.
he's also in San Diego, bro.
Yeah, but I drove down to San Diego twice to film content with him.
Oh, really? And you're like,
yeah. And I told him, he said, yeah, I'll come up when I come. And he came to LA to do some other shit and didn't show up still.
Damn. No, but probably because he was in for like a day or something like that.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not having that shit.
Rug
You hear
K?
this shit, Rug?
Okay.
You don't show up, bro. You a bitch. Anyways, I don't mean, no, honestly, I get it. People are busy, but, you know, I did show up. Hopefully he shows up. Anyways, so, but were there other people that you feel like should have been treated differently?
Tico.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. In the beginning, like certain people thought like Tico was like upset because he thought he should have had what we had, but it's never that. Tico is very similar to me. Is like he just wanted to feel the love more, and he didn't like what was going on regardless. Like he's just not. And I don't want to speak for him, right? But
Yeah.
just he's had his little things. He's just unhappy, right? Again, I don't want to speak on. I don't want to say the things he said, but yeah.
Let's talk about you. What did you like? What did you go through that really got you into doing shit that you probably
Like
shouldn't
all
have
my
been doing?
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't, bro. You don't have to be soft about it.
Yeah.
It's like I don't care. I don't give.
Nah,
a
but
fuck.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I'll be like,
Yeah.
what made you fucking want to kill yourself? You know?
I wouldn't care if you said it like
Yeah.
that,
What
but,
was it?
It was a few things. Honestly, FaZe was a huge part of it, but I don't want to like blame him like that.
Of course.
To be honest, also just people in general. I like have such a strong hate for like certain type of people that are like very like not courteous people, just very like me, head ass. Like they just like care about themselves too much. Don't give a fuck about anybody else.
People
Like,
on the internet.
not even, bro. It's mostly people in real life.
Really?
I like people on the internet way more. Because
That's-
at least when I see them talk shit, I'm like, it's funny. They're trolling. They're not even being serious. Because every time have you ever talked to a hater?
In real life?
No. I've never met one in real life. Have you ever met one?
Yeah.
Talked to one on the internet? Like, have you
Yeah.
responded to like a
Yeah. 99% of the time, they're like, "Oh, I love you, bro. I just want to
exactly.
get." Yeah.
That's why I said that because I'm assuming it works like that with you too.
Every time.
One time A kid held his energy. I'm like, I'm so proud of you, bro. I literally told him, and I always tell them when they switch, I'm like, bro, I'd respect you more if you kept talking shit. Don't switch up now. Don't switch up now. Keep talking shit. I like it because it's like, at least you're being real about what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't want you to switch up and try to be on some fan dick. Like, come on, bro.
They always switch up.
Yeah, they always switch up. That's something one kid has it.
One kid's like, yeah, I said, fuck you,
yeah,
bitch.
One kid. I started. I was like, yeah. I was hyped for him. But yeah. Wait, what the? Why do I keep forgetting that?
It's all good. The question was, we're gonna say, just keep it blunt. Why did you?
Oh yeah. So yeah, people, the FaZe shit, and like, bro, I was just a bitch relationship and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like a mix of all things. Like, I can't do it. So I just like got butthurt and shit. And it was like a snowballing thing too, and just like, you know, I was like, I made 3 videos a day for 3 years, bro. So that was like my whole identity was like this workhorse, right? And then I stopped because like it was adpocalypse time. My money went down crazy.
Oh man, this was when like they did the whole family friendly thing.
Oh yeah, I uploaded like a vape video, and like after that, bro, I got cut like around like 70%. I want to say,
bro. I'll never forget that time. I remember I uploaded one day to the next, and I was like, so just like 60% of people stopped watching my videos from yesterday to today, and then every day after.
But your views went down too?
Yes, bro.
My views stayed the same. That's the problem. My views stayed the same, but the money went down crazy.
No, my views were just, I was like, literally, I remember I'd average like 300, like 400. And then it just went to like 100, 150, 100.
Damn.
I was like,
you never really knew why?
Bro, because I swore a lot.
Oh, okay.
So it was right when they were like putting in this like overly family friendly stuff.
Even now, you see what they're doing. Can't swear the first 15 seconds.
Straight up now.
Yeah.
Now they actually said it. Fine, but
finally, at least they're saying things now.
Yeah, because it's been that way, bro. Honestly, like now, but now they're just like super strict on it. I noticed like 99% of these fucking videos get like demonetized now.
Oh yeah.
So it is what it is.
And then they're not gonna push them shits because then it's like, why would I push something I'm not gonna make money on?
Yeah.
Like, why would I recommend a video that's not gonna get me paid?
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember, they make 50-50 off, or I think it's actually 55 off everything.
Yeah.
YouTube.
So it's like, why? It's like I could push this. It's fully monetized versus that.
Exactly.
And it sucks.
That's why like the retention and like audience retention and click through rate matters so much, right? Because that just tells you it's a good video. Retention, they're watching the whole thing. Click through rate, they're clicking on it. Good video.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Engaging with it.
Bro, YouTube's changed so much. It's fucking insane. I guess, but let's go back to what we're talking about. So it's got to be deeper than that though, because like to consider something.
Well, I felt like I lost my whole identity, and I was smoking a lot. Like before, from 2015, 16, 17, I was smoking every day, but only at night. Right, because I was too busy. I had 3 videos a day to make. I couldn't smoke in the morning and fuck that shit up. So I was like very disciplined on that. I just couldn't fuck that up no matter what. Even sometimes I think back now, I'm like, damn, like I remember how sad I got at certain things. How did I still post 3 videos that day? Like not give a fuck. It was just discipline, to be honest with me back then. I was like, no matter what, gotta post these videos every single day, no matter what happens. And I can't wait to get back to that person. It's like not give a fuck about anything. I'm in the process of that right now.
So you're gonna fully come back and run content?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I want to get back into that.
Because how old are you?
26.
You're still you're still young, dude.
Yeah, it's honestly like with YouTube too. It's like, bro, even like Big Mike, and you like 40 something. Can you start like
yeah, I love that. Yo, Google how old Mike is. I think Mike's like 38 or something.
That's what I'm saying. He's 40. Like he on his boomer shit and he uploading too. Like I like it.
People love talking shit though.
I know.
Even to me, they're like, start a family, you fucking loser. Bro, I'm 33. I want a family. Listen, I want a family.
I heard what you said on that one podcast.
It's just hard. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's just Mike Malak. 38, exactly. Yeah. Like I said, so it's hard to just, for me, I've always had such a hard time, not commitment, but like commitment because of the fear of loss and the fear of rejection, the fear of like not stacking up or being good enough. And like, because of all the shit that I've dealt with in my life, and my father took his life when I was young, so dealing with it's like someone taking themselves out of my life.
That's why you're sorry. And then I apologize then for saying like I don't give a fuck about it because I'm sure you have a personal relatability.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it is fine. So yeah, my relationship to that has always kind of made it hard for me to like fully commit to another person in that sense of love, right? Because I'm always afraid that they're gonna go away from me. They're gonna take it away from me. They're gonna leave me. That I'm gonna be alone. So. It's hard for me.
That's a real fear too. That's like why a lot of me wanted to stay alone for a long time. You know what I mean? I'm in a relationship now, but like there's a time where I wanted to be alone forever because of that. To be honest, so I feel you.
Like as if like someone would fucking, no matter what you did.
Yo, I had 3 long relationships, and each one of them I spent a crazy amount of money on them, like time and money on those women, and then it was just over. I'm like, damn, I just like felt like I lost all that, and they're gone. It's like for nothing. I'm like, why did I even do that? Yeah. So like I don't know. I don't want to put all this effort and resource into somebody, and then it's like kind of it end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was never about money. It was just purely that like, yo, I don't want to experience loss like the way I felt it because I was so I remember when I was younger, I was so like, why me, and I developed that habit thought around like, oh, I don't ever want to feel like this, so I would just avoid. Like if something was getting too good, I would push it away. I'd be like, it's like
self-sabotage a little bit?
yeah,
I'm like
horrible,
that too a lot. I feel
horrible.
you.
So, anyways, let's get back to you though. So, as far as like the suicide, you were genuinely contemplating this,
I tried over 100 times, gang.
yeah. But how do you try over 100 times?
I don't know. You try to take 200 Percocets and see what happens.
No, that's insane.
You know what? I was trying. I was like, I've tried so many
But how
fucking
could
times.
you not have OD'd on that many?
I don't fucking know. Bro, for a long time, I thought that shit was a myth. Because what I say sounds fake. What I say sounds like he's just saying 100, but he means 5. That's why after I got hurt, 6 months, nobody came and saw me. And I don't blame them. Because I don't think you understand how much of a school threat I was when I was going crazy. I don't actually mean a school threat. I'm just using that as like a word. It's just like a COD thing. But I just mean like a psychopath I was. Like for real. Like I threatened to shoot a cop, bro.
You what?
I threatened to shoot a cop, bro. Like to his face. And like I ended up getting a lot of trouble for that. But like you can't do things like that. You can't.
So what?
It's a Xanax. It's specifically the Xanax. So in Canada, when I was trying to do that before, I would buy hella Xanax and Percocets to try to OD. But the Xanax were fake in Canada. So I was used to taking like 100 fake Xanaxes, 100 fake bars. I was used to doing that. So when I came to America and I did it with real pills, that shit, bro, you don't wake up from taking. With Xanax here, I was only doing like 50, but every day. Like 50 Xanax, 2 milligrams a day.
What?
Yeah, I know. But to try to OD with like Percocets too. Percocets are more expensive. I was taking like
Bro, I don't understand
30.
how you're alive. That doesn't even
I
fucking
don't
make
either,
sense.
bro. My liver completely failed and I have like CRPS and I'm all fucked up. But I don't know. I genuinely
Do you still
don't
have
know.
liver issues?
Liver? No, I think my liver is good now. But I still have like CRPS, complex regional pain syndrome, some weird shit. But yeah, like it's. I know it sounds. That's what I'm saying. I understand. It sounds like fake, but it's. I don't know what else to say.
That's insane.
It's like the day
man.
that I OD'd before this happened. Like the last time I like really did like tried to OD, 100 Percocet 30s. So and that should cost like 4 bands for those 100 pills. 100 of those, 100 Xanax 2 milligrams, 30 Adderall 30s, and as much lean as I was drinking, all in one sitting, in a single sitting.
So what's your thought? You're doing all this shit. You
I
have
get
all
it, but
this
people
shit.
are not going to believe. People are going to think it's cap, but I swear on my mother's life.
It sounds
it's true.
fucking insane.
On my mother's life, it's 100% true. And again, people will not believe it, but it is what it is. Like
So
it
you-
sounds crazy, but
So you're sitting there and you're like, before
I was
you're,
just trying to die. I don't like drugs like that, to be honest.
okay. You're just like, I'm gonna get as much as I can. You're sitting there and you're like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
What
I
were
mean,
your-
bro, but I've been doing it. I was doing it for so long at that point. I didn't care. Like that, and this is one of the worst things about suicide and like like thinking that you want to kill yourself is that you really stop planning for your future. You really stop like all the optimistic feelings that you could gain as a human is gone. You don't think about those things anymore. That's why even to this day, like I low-key told myself, like, you either do it or you never think about it again. I'm like one or the other, no fucking like no in between, because the in between is low-key the worst part. Like for myself, I would never advise someone else to like go do it. I always say like, don't fucking think about it. But for me, I was saying to myself, like, either fucking do it or don't want to think about it. And I was like, I'm just not going to do it. I don't want to do it because my mom, things like that. I've put her through so much, right? So I'm just not going to do it. So I can't even remotely ever even say as a joke, like, I want to off myself or nothing like that, because what it does to your brain, just like it eliminates like the way you think of a future, bro. And it's so bad. I hate the way that it made me like give up on my future for so long. That's like why I haven't like necessarily came back the way I should have over the last few years, because I've just been thinking, what's the point? I'm going to be dead soon. Why would I pay my taxes? I'm going to die soon type shit.
Yeah. So you're. All right, let's go back to this moment, like this specific one with all this shit. You're before you start taking it, you're just thinking like nothing matters.
Yeah. I mean, because I thought about it in a sense that I realized that everything was like fake and I thought nothing mattered and people are fucking shit and this, that. But like you get like caught up in all that type of thinking. It's just not true. One, it's just not true. Sometimes you feel
But you're
like
not.
it is
So you're
based on your experiences.
You're not afraid of death.
Hell no. No. I mean,
I am.
okay.
I don't know why. I mean,
So
it's
even
probably-
I could be having the best day of my life. Things are going great. I still just don't care for some reason, because I genuinely believe whatever's meant to happen will happen. So if someone's, trying to end my life, they can end my life.
damn.
You know?
For some, I don't know. I guess I don't know why I have such a built-up fear around it, because of the unknown. Like just the
It's a
unknown.
black screen. I don't know what to say, but it's going to be a black screen. Turn off your TV, same shit.
But it's like, yeah, black screen that you're not aware of. That's why I have this fear around
Yeah,
this.
but it's just.
And everyone's
bro,
gonna be like, "Yo, you got to find God, bro." That's what they're gonna say to me. They
Yeah.
always say that, and it's not. And I struggle. I struggle a lot with that, like the idea of what's next. I do though believe there has to be something. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's the same way we experience this as we're experiencing it. But I do think, and I do know that there is a fact that all energy is transferred.
Absolutely.
Right. So there's some
That's the
movement.
one thing that's very real.
There's something that's a fact. Yeah. Science agrees. Everyone agrees with that. There's some transfer. Obviously it's not like me as a human transferring around, because me as a human is gone. Right. So there's some sort of transfer of something else. And I don't know what that is or feel like. And it's like I've always struggled with it because, no one's died and came back and was like, yo, bro, I've been dead for a year. Let me tell you about it.
Yeah.
So I've really struggled with it. I don't really want to get into that conversation too much, but I'm just really interested in the thoughts that led up to this. And so you've tried multiple times.
Yeah.
But so in my mind is like, if you really wanted to, just because I've really seen suicide, like my dad hung himself.
Yeah.
You don't try, you just do it or you don't.
Yeah.
You either step in, you're not. So was there a part of you that obviously you didn't really want to do it?
Honestly, I was just a pussy and wanted to do it the most chill way possible. So I thought, I thought I was like, all right, that's chill. Let's fucking take out this shit and go to bed and not wake up. But cool. Obviously, you like seize out and all that little bullshit, but that's fine. I can handle that. But I just didn't want to bro. This was my biggest fear, was like shooting myself and me living through that, because I genuinely believed I would live through that. No matter if 45, a deagle, don't matter. I felt like I was going to shoot myself in the head and live. I believed that in my heart. I believed it. So I'm like, I can't do it because I'll live. So I had like no options other than that. And I was like, that one's the chillest one. If I don't die, I just wake up. It's fine. I didn't really think about the problems that could come with it. I didn't know something like this could happen.
Yeah.
Well,
so what this might be a weird question to ask, but like taking all that stuff in one sitting, like what is the high like?
I don't remember.
You're just out.
No.
You're just out like 30 minutes?
But that's the issue is, so from 2020 April to June, July 4th actually, I don't remember nothing. I blacked out for over 3 months, bro.
So what? You must have been just waking up
bro, that's what I'm saying.
Taking pills.
Idiot. Every day he was waking up and just popping Xans every single day. And by that idiot, I mean myself. It's just
of course.
In a way, when I watch like those IG lives and shit, I'm like, bro, that's not me. Like, I don't talk like myself. I don't think like myself. Everything I'm saying is just not me. It's not what I would say or even think, or everything's chalk. So I genuinely feel like not someone, but the way it looks and feels for me is like someone else was in my body doing everything, because it's just not me. But it obviously was me. It's just like that different state. Xanax makes you a psycho is all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
An absolute psycho. Not if you take it as prescribed, obviously, but anything above that, you're an absolute psycho. And it's easy to abuse. Tolerance builds fast. Bad idea.
Yeah. Every time I get it, because I get it from like slight anxiety on planes, and I'll take it and I take long flights, but I only take like once. Like
that's why I actually originally started taking it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I know about it, so I'm like preemptively like, oh, I know this is. I'm staying away from
I
this.
never like took it casually like that, right? Like I never took it like on a day like just to go chill or do something. I would only take it like flights or off myself, no in between.
I just hope people understand, like, this shit is serious. Like, take these things, like these opioid shit is like a very serious.
Those are benzos.
Those are benzos.
Benzodiazepines.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like anxiety medication. Opioids are painkillers.
So like,
it's like in
Norcos,
all of those.
Yeah.
Norcos, even lean, like the codeine has opioid in it. Heroin's an opioid, but it's just a different strength of it, right? So that's when people say like lean's liquid heroin. It's like, technically, but not like, it's not the same thing. It's not like. So
have you done other have you ever done like mushrooms or anything like that?
Mushrooms actually what low-key led to all that shit, because
fuck.
No, but not in a, because I use it incorrectly, right? I love mushrooms. I think they're amazing, but you can't take them too often, because it's good to go to that, like, different type of thinking and heightened, it's good to feel that way, right? But you can't do it too often. You have to go there, take what you can from it, then go back to reality and apply those lessons from there to reality. You can't live in there or do that shit too often. Otherwise, it kind of distorts your reality. You don't really know what's real, what's what.
Yeah.
If you do it too much. So I was microdosing, but my microdose was 3 grams.
That's not a micro.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was. I thought it was. So I was doing like 3 grams a day for like 2 months, and I was
holy fuck, dude.
Dude, it was chill though. I was uploading every single day, and I felt good. I was like, wow, like I feel back like myself. But then I got shroom poisoning.
Shroom poisoning.
Yeah. It was the weirdest, most disgusting headache of all time. And like, I was just sick in my body. Then I got restless leg syndrome from it. This just like led to so many problems. And then it threw me off like YouTube again. And then I got I don't know, I guess because I was also just like fried. I was like, I'm so mad that like, as soon as I get back on my shit, I get sick and everything gets thrown off and I'm sick for this long, So then I just one night, bro, literally one night in April, I remember I was like, I'm gonna off myself tonight. And I took like all those Xanax, don't remember anything for 3 more months. And I guess I just did it every single day. Every single day.
I got a question. Obviously, like nothing's wrong with you, right? You've gone through a lot of stuff. You've obviously experienced a lot of stuff. I'm curious, like, where does it all come from? Like, how do you think you got to this point as a human?
I used to see a family member of mine always try to kill themselves with pills when I was a kid. So I feel like that's where my mind association came from, pills off myself. Because I even tried when I was 14.
But why did you try when you were 14?
I don't know. I was butthurt, bro. I was just I don't know. I like have a lot of this like built up depression in my life. I just had a really shitty childhood. You know what I mean? So like, it's just always been butthurt.
What was the worst part of your childhood?
This honestly, like, just my dad left me when I was like 10 years old, right? And I didn't really care about that. I don't care about that too much. But at the time when I was a kid, my mom wasn't who she is today. You know, my sister isn't who she is today. I didn't have great relationships with them when I was younger. And I just felt very like alone, very misunderstood by them. I used to, my original Twitter, like the same account I have now, all my tweets are like 2010, 11 to like 13 is me straight talking shit about my mom and like stepdad and shit and sister.
I have a question based on that.
Straight up. I used to like.
I have a question about this because you're young. And so do you think that like your thoughts of suicide were related to the internet? Meaning like you're on Twitter, you're able to go and look at things? Because I'm so curious. I just feel like the world, let's say, 20 years ago, people probably thought of suicide. I don't know. I can't say this. I don't know the numbers if it's true or not. Less because there was less stuff to look at, like that was outside of your own life.
Yeah, outside of mind, right? So it's like people also always compare themselves now to everybody that's on social media. That's why Instagram, some people get played by that every day. They look at someone's post, they think they're living an amazing life, not struggling. That's the worst, is what these social medias have like put into people's minds that no one else is struggling. Yeah. Dude, we're all going through shit.
Yeah.
Every single fucking one of us. Mark Cuban, his billionaire ass, I promise you he's going through shit.
Everyone.
Everybody is, bro. But people like to think like, wow, his life's perfect and I'm the only one struggling. Bro, what? Yeah. Like, that's not reality. We're all going through shit. And everyone just has to learn to be a little bit more understanding with them.
So I'm trying to get to understand. So like, do you think that, because at 14 years old, to consider that, like there has to be some sort of.
Also, I broke up after. I just remembered. I also got into like my first break. I was with a girl from when I was 11 to 14.
Yeah, but you're 14. It's like, dude, who the fuck?
I lost my virginity to her. I thought I was never gonna have sex again. I thought I was never gonna have sex again, bro.
Bro, you're 14. Like there has to be.
I thought it was over.
No, there has to be some outside influence where you think like, oh, suicide is a thing I could do, because someone else.
I saw it my whole life as a kid, and I saw like, oh, bad situation, pills, cool.
So you grew up seeing
That's the way I like thought. Like when things got really bad, you pill it out. Like when I was a kid, I didn't know. I'm impressed with a little baby. Like I don't fucking know. Like when I was a kid, obviously, like, and it just like was a part of me. So whenever I would like go through extreme moments of like depression or sadness, that's what I would resort to. Obviously, now where I'm at today in life would never, right?
Yeah.
But it's like.
So then, what would you tell a kid or a person who's like maybe locked up in some sort of like mental turmoil about their life and where they're at? Like, because this is the thing that I had a conversation with someone last night about like life and relationships and all this stuff, and I realize everyone gets to the same point where like there's this distortion between what they want and, let's say, for example, in a relationship, what someone else wants, and then someone else like learning everything uniquely to their life at one point and then having a perspective on how things should or shouldn't be in a relationship, let's say, for example, and then the other person doing the same exact thing and then them not being able to come to some sort of terms or agreement or understanding so that they can make a thing work.
Yeah.
So my point is like, to the person who has like built up so much around an idea of something, how something should be, or like I specifically, I should have a family like this. I should have a father like this thing that I saw.
You should.
So that's what I'm saying. That exactly the point, right? That's the point I'm trying to make. I believed because I saw outside that guy has his dad and his dad treats him like this. Why do I not have this? Why did I get treated like this? Why is my life like this, right? This comparison. So my point is, what would you say to a person who's like stuck in that thought where they're like, okay, maybe this is the way I want to go because I'm so afraid to continue on the way that I'm continuing on? What would you say to that person?
You're saying continue on in fear of being stuck in that type of lifestyle?
Yeah, and like, because like imagine the person you're speaking to is we're just speaking to someone who has actually contemplated suicide, who maybe is, right? What would you tell that person to get themselves out of it? Because you're obviously here now, a completely different person than you were then.
It's just hard, man, because I do talk to people about this all the fucking time because I went through that. You know, it's obvious that people are going to always be.
It's good to talk about it, though.
And I love it, to be honest. I love that. That's why I talk about it, so I can help as many people as I can with it, because I was at a point in my life where, bro, I would tell my sister, like, it doesn't matter if my life gets perfect or not. I want to kill myself. I want to die. Don't care. I don't care. It's not for me. This life shit's not for me. But it's your perspective, right? It's entirely your perspective. And I don't, like, things like this they're not black and white at fucking all. Nothing really is, right?
Yeah.
There's a few things that are, but like generally things like that aren't. And, it's kind of just like you need context. It's all like case to case. Everyone's different. And that's like why trying to like turn it all into one big, you know, like if you're suicidal, do this, or if you feel suicidal, just do this. It's like not like that. Everyone
Yeah,
has
right.
their own issues, and there's specific reasons, and there's a root to why they feel the way they do.
Absolutely.
Many variables. Even though me and you could have had a very similar come up and same feelings, it's still different.
Yeah, because
all the variables,
and because the way we learn, you learn is different.
And exactly, our just our body chemistry and the way we think and all that. Like, there's so many variables when it comes to that. So, but the thing behind it is your perspective of it all, right? It's like your perspective. Like, yes, things are hard now, but it can get better. A lot of people eliminate the idea that it can get better. So they're locked up in the idea of what it is now versus what it could be with the right work and dedication to certain things. And also, people aren't very accountable. I wasn't for a long time, right? So I would think, why are these things happening to me?
Yeah, this is
right?
important, yeah.
And again, reality, the reality of life is, again, no matter, because that's the thing, people have lied to themselves and think that other people have a life where it's a high and a complete high the entire time. Fucking impossible.
Yeah.
Life
Oh
is
my
this,
God.
no matter who you are.
Fuck yeah.
Right? So all you can do is embrace this and prepare for this.
Yeah.
So that you can thug this out and get back to this.
Yeah.
And enjoy all these and embrace all these and
It's-
fucking just be strong for all these and just wait, let it have its turn.
Yeah.
And learn
It's-
what you can from it.
People are, that's what I'm saying, like in relationship to just social media in general, people are like, because people look at this shit and they go, it's his life's perfect, and then it makes it harder to
Yeah, it's
realize
like
it.
Instagram's the biggest cap. Like,
Bro, Instagram, social media in general, it's
well,
bullshit.
it's fine, use it, but know what it is, right?
Of course.
It's like the same way, like, I watch the news sometimes, but I'm like, what are they trying to tell me?
Yeah.
Deadass. Like, I'm not like believing what they say.
For
I
sure.
never believed.
And then here's the other thing too, what you said just prior to what you said about being ready, preparing, like enjoying this, preparing for this, being okay with it, is the accountability thing. This is one of the biggest things. I seem to have this conversation. I had this last night with someone else in relationship to someone and relationships and how these work. And I'm like, people don't realize how important it is to not go like this. This happened to me. I'm hurt. It's your fault.
Yeah.
They did this, so I did this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing people forget. Every single thing that happens to you, but unless I like pulled up, I never met you and I randomly like shot you, right? I did that to you. There's no reason. Something happened with me. I didn't know, and I just killed
depends
you.
how you think. Like, why was I here?
Okay,
I
so
get
that's
it.
what I'm
But it's
saying.
like,
But that's
there's
where
no
I'm
reason
kind-
for me not to be here, but it technically is.
But so that's where I'm going with this thing, right? So there can be complete random circumstances, but 99.9% of the time you find yourself in relationships because you put yourself there, and you didn't put yourself there because you want to be treated badly, or you didn't put yourself in a situation because
Your
you want.
intentions weren't for that.
Yeah, most people don't. Most people don't go into things being like, "I'm gonna fuck this shit up and hurt everyone around me,"
Yeah.
right? But this is the thing that's really important for people to understand. You are you're a product of your circumstances based on your actions. Like, now, someone can do something to you, but it is still important for you to understand that just because someone did something to you, there's something else there that, like, you allow yourself to be in that position for it to happen, right? There's some way you got there that gets you further in that like relationship or situation that is allowing for these things. Not that you're like willingly going like, I want these bad things to happen to me, but it's really important for people to understand that, like, for example, if I wanted to be able to have a great relationship with someone, right? I have to be able to have a great relationship with myself first, right?
1,000,000,000%.
And-
You remember
and-
what Will Smith said about like him and Jada back in the day? Not now. I don't like now that whole thing's chalked, but before all that,
Yeah, it
happened,
was funny. It's funny. It's shocking.
all chalked. But he said Jada, her responsibility isn't to make me happy. I have to make myself happy. She has to make herself happy. Then we have to come together and share that happiness.
Yeah.
I agree. 1 billion.
Yeah, so that's what it is, man.
You
I think
can't be reliant on like your significant other to make you happy. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, when things happen, they go, it's because of you. This happened. Or when he did this, or when she did this, it's that person did it to me. Not like, yo, how did I find myself here? And what am I allowing in my life to happen?
Motherfuckers like blaming everything. That's
Yeah,
why people
so
believe
that's
in
the
like
thing.
Mercury retrograde and shit. They think that it affects them because they want to just blame something.
It's so easy just to go outward. And I just think if more people learn to like take accountability for like where they're at and how they got there, like whether or not every single thing is your fault or not, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, but you are you.
Yeah.
You need to accept that your circumstances, you do have the power to change them. Absolutely. Because if you go, it's that person, he did that to me, she did that to me, you're never giving yourself the power to be like, what do I need?
Yeah.
What do I want?
Exactly.
Because you
Then
just
you're
go,
just a helpless little person in the world where everything's happening to you.
exactly.
And that was, to be honest, one of my biggest things in 2020 when I got hurt. You know how long, bro? For the first like 6 months, I was like, why me with this? Because it was really bad, though, to be honest. Like, it would hurt so bad. Like, to give you a perspective, like, I was stuck in bed for about 9 months to a year. Like, couldn't even
How did you not
leave
get
my-
big?
God.
yeah.
Bro, I'm so grateful. I'm so fucking grateful. You have no idea.
What were you eating?
Everything terrible.
Yeah,
Just
genetic
Fresh
stuff.
Brothers and bread and fucking Cinnabons every day, like garbage.
Genetics, man. You're lucky.
I used to be fat, but it's like I used to be like 215, then I was like 60, but I was chubby though. I was like really chubby. Like I definitely every time I sit,
Fat or just like kind of
just like
slightly
thicker.
overweight.
But then when I lost weight, everyone used to call me fat. It was weird. Like nobody called me fat when I was fat, but then when I lost weight, everyone was like, "Damn, you were fat." Because I dropped 60 pounds in like not that long, and I got too skinny and shit. I went to 159, bro, which is really bad for my height, right? Like I got to be at least like 190 at least.
Yeah, you're tall.
I'm 6'3", so it's like at least 185, 190.
That's
Yeah, but so for the first 6 months, just to give you an example, like of course my man that showers every day cares about hygiene. I didn't shower for 6 months. I couldn't. I couldn't leave my bed.
Bro.
I know, but I couldn't leave my bed, dog. Like trust me, I felt disgusting. Could not leave my bed.
But you had to clean yourself at some point. 6 months.
I mean, like in a shower. Of course, my mom would bring me shit. And I'd fucking just in bed. I'd take bed showers, but like I didn't get to be in a shower for 6 months. Whenever I had to go to the hospital or anything, please guess how I had Ubered there. Not with an Uber. I had to call a private ambulance every fucking time.
It's like $3,000.
I know. That's why I lost a shit ton of money in 2020. Because like, even when I did like ketamine infusions,
I'm talking about, so people listening, each time you call an ambulance, depending on what state you're in, it could be about $3,000 to take you somewhere.
So and it would take 6 hours to wait for the thing too, because they're always like out. So one time I was in Cedars-Sinai, I had to wait 6 hours there after they dismissed me for the ambulance to come and pick me up because I couldn't sit. I couldn't even sit in an Uber. I had to always be like this, and sorry, my bad. And all day I'd be like rocking back and forth and like grabbing my dick low key because the nerves were so bad. So like just to like.
What did it feel like?
So it felt like even like right now my leg. The only way I know how to describe it, and it's gonna sound kind of fucked up, but like you know who Winnie Harlow is?
Yeah, the multicolored.
Yeah, so it's like the same thing in terms of feeling. So it's like I can feel perfectly right here, but then not here.
Oh fuck!
And
like
sometimes
spots.
I'll be itchy in my foot is fully numb. Sometimes it'll be itchy right there, and I'll have to find the spot right here to scratch it.
What the fuck?
I'm broken. I'm a glitch. I'm fully glitched out.
It's like nerve shit.
Hell yeah! But in the first year, it was so bad. Like a blanket would feel like, bro, you just dropped a fucking 300-pound weight on my foot. A blanket.
Yeah.
So imagine hitting it. Like it used, bro. Like now I can like
Wait, so your nerves are just shot.
Yeah.
That's.
But it's like what's annoying is they're not dead. I wish they were dead, but they're not dead. They're like fighting for their life.
But if they were dead, your fucking leg would just be like a noodle.
No, because like I mean, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. If you had no nerves, your shit would just be like.
But like,
you have a
Tav
fucking
has
noodle
like
leg.
a nerve. His like arm, you know what Tav is, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
Like his arm is like fucked up here because he got in a car accident, but he like can still use his hand and everything. He just doesn't feel it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
either, dude.
Bro, I feel like you'd be dragging your shit like running into shit.
Maybe, but it feels
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels. But my foot is fully like numbed out. Like I don't have feeling in it, and I still use it.
Do you do anything weird with it when it's numb? You're like, do you like
what? But it hurts.
Oh,
All I
no.
feel is pain. It's numb for all sensation except for pain, and it constantly feels like it's like bubbly and like hurting, and like the pain's moving. And
bro,
like,
what the fuck? How do you relax then?
No.
But how do
That's
you
why I was
sleep?
like, well, I take gabapentin and Lyrica every single day now, and that helps. They're like nerve medication pills, and apparently motherfuckers get high off Lyrica, which is crazy. I don't know how, but whatever. Yeah, so that helps like with the uncomfort feeling all day. Like it doesn't hurt as much anymore. It's just uncomfortable all the time.
So you got this because of the abuse of all the shit.
No, I did it because of the one thing I did, the final OD, the 100 Xanax, the 100 perks, the 30/30s, and the lean. I don't blame the lean. I'm gonna take it back. I love you, lean. But like the other three, I blame the other three for sure.
And your body was like, fuck you.
Yeah,
you're gonna deal with
that.
this
Sucks.
bitch.
So that's the one drug I still like, kind of like, is like lean. But I'm never like, I would never actually have.
What do you
it on.
like about that?
Tastes fucking amazing.
Just a taste? I mean,
absolutely. I don't even get high off it. That's the thing. But people will abuse it. That's why you can't say things like that, because people will end up wanting it and then abusing it. Also, it's crazy expensive right now. I'm not buying all that shit. But I don't know.
You should
But
never do it, honestly.
I won't. But
it's terrible, man.
Is it though?
Yeah, I mean,
again, it's the stigma, man. I get it. But
it's not even a stigma.
In my
just
opinion,
like,
if you sip lean twice a year versus drinking alcohol once a week,
fair.
I think that But if I had a Modelo right now, you'll be like, hey, enjoy that. But
nah, but that's the
that's
thing.
the reality, though. It's like if you drink alcohol, people like celebrate. Like, oh, that's a nice drink. But even if you smoke weed or you do anything else, it's like, oh, druggy, dude. And like,
I mean,
what do you think, motherfuckers? Do you think they smoke weed and beat their kids and do all that crazy shit, or they get drunk and beat their kids and do all that crazy shit?
There's just different levels, though. Like,
I know.
I could have a drink, chill, have one drink, two drink, be great.
Yeah.
But then there's a difference between like someone who's like 10 fucking drinks, 20 drinks, right?
But
They're
it's
different person.
there's no law against it.
Yeah, no, I know.
Right? There's no law.
That's the
saying
thing we
you
got to
can
start
consume
teaching
alcohol,
people.
but you can't drink.
Listen,
beyond this much.
I'm not like drugs are terrible guy. I think people need to learn how to understand that like moderation
For
is the
most
most
people,
important thing.
it's terrible because they don't know how to use it. If someone like me who feels like I know how to use it wasn't able to use it the right way, I just feel like everybody isn't. Like, most people don't know how to use drugs. Of course, there are people that can. They can handle it. They'll use it the right way, but most people won't. And that's the issue. And that's why they would rather make it sound worse than it really is, even though it does get very, very bad, but after like extreme abuse, because of shit like that. So it's just like, just make it vilify it off rip. Only tell them, only take it. It's medicine when a doctor tells you to take it, and it's drugs when you do it on your own. You go rogue and take them. But when your doctor gives it to you, it's medicine and it's prescribed and it's chill. Like if I got a doctor to prescribe me fucking like lean once every month, you'd be like, well, you're just doing as prescribed. But if I bought it off the street, oh my God, you're doing drugs. Well, it's hilarious.
Yeah, but it's also like if you bought it off the street, how much more are you doing than when you would be what's prescribed? Like that's the whole thing, right?
I get it.
If they go like you could do this safely, not that I'm saying like there's obviously some drugs that like they really teeter that line of being safe. Like a lot of these fucking opioids and like painkillers is like really
the withdrawals are so bad too.
Insane,
dude. It's terrible.
Every time I get prescribed that shit, like anytime like if I do like mouth work or anything, I just stop. I don't even take it. I'll just be like I don't even want to take this because I know.
But I do want to say, by the way, like I would never like use it like multiple times. Like even like perks, I would never like actually. You take it and then take it again tomorrow and the day after. I see how bad that is. Like even the times that I have sipped since I've been sober, I bought a daily amount, like for the session, nothing past that. Like I wouldn't actually like buy a full bottle.
Wait, did you just say since I've been sober and then the amount I take is still drugs?
So I did first year that I was hurt, I did nothing.
Okay.
But then after that, I was like, I want to try. I just want to see like how I feel about it.
I think it's slippery slope. I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
I don't care, to be honest, because I tell my mom everything that I do. I don't do a drug without telling my mom, just so she's fully aware and like.
You're like, Mom, I'm about to sip this right now.
Straight up.
Okay.
Straight up. I tell her everything so she's aware.
What does she say? She's like, are you sure?
She knows me. She knows that I'm so fucking traumatized by what happens, and I'm so like I never want to lose my mental clarity, no matter what. I can't. Because of what happened to me. Like, bro, I lost 3 months of my life where I don't even know what I did, what I said, everything. I can never have that happen to me again. I'm so traumatized by that. It's
bro, fuck that. You were talking about killing yourself.
Fuck
3 months of your life.
It's the other bullshit. It's no. Fuck that shit.
What do you mean killing yourself 3 months?
Okay, but if I
kill yourself forever,
who do I harm? Obviously I harm my mom and stuff like that. But like what I was doing on those drugs without my mind, I was doing way worse to other people. Because I don't care what I do to myself. I care about what I do to other people. And those drugs are making me do bad things to other people. So that's what I care about, right? I don't want to harm other people. I don't care about harming myself. So to me, it's like I will never lose control again. I can't afford that. I can't. That's like I'm traumatized with that. So lean whenever I would sip it, or even like I don't lose my mind like that. Xanax I do. So that's why Xanax will never even try again. We'll never do it again. Nothing. Don't want no parts of it. None. Because benzos are terrible. But then opioids, it gives you like a fake high. Sometimes you actually feel better and more optimistic, but I don't rate it anyways because it's very addicting. Withdrawals are terrible. What it ends up turning your life into is just garbage. So that's what I'm saying. But again, I know it's like but I have this problem to where I know it's not the smart thing to say publicly, but I'm just too real for my own good. I can't help but just talk about everything. Right?
I mean, it's fine. It's not. Yeah. What you're saying is not.
I only feel like a liar, bro.
So yeah, like, what you're saying is not crazy at all. I get it.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's why I would never have it on me. So if I were to sip lean, like I told you, I did after, and I was actually so grateful that I did lean and perks after, because when I took a Percocet after I was sober for a long time, I realized, oh wow, it actually heightens your emotions way more than I realized. Like way more than I fucking realized. Because I was with this one girl that was giving me them, and I like told her I loved her, but I did not love her. But I told her I did. And I just realized how it made this level of emotion be this. So in 2020, I was going through a lot of bad shit. Let's say it was a 9 out of 10 in terms of how bad it was. Percocets made it a 15, 20 out of 10.
Yeah, it was all exaggerated.
Like, it makes good things better and it makes bad things way worse.
Yeah.
And you can't control that, right?
So I feel like that's how I feel about marijuana.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's an enhancer. I see marijuana as like a baby psychedelic, right?
Yeah,
so that's like also why it's low-key a bad thing if you like smoke when things are wrong, because you're training your brain to smoke when shit hits the fan instead of just like kind of dealing with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Because it always pulls up for me. If I get too high, my anxiety, or if I'm just anxious and I smoke, I'm like, oh shit, I got
If you're having a great day and you smoke, it's an even better day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, I feel you.
So where do you go from here, man? Like, what's the plan? What's the plan with FaZe, and what's the plan with your content?
My content, just do me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be uploading. Like, I have multiple different channels. Kind of like I have 3. So on the main channel, I'm gonna be uploading more just like opinions and takes on certain shit. It's like kind of I do Penguins similar, but not like ripping off his style. But it's like reacting to this like viral shit that has like I would have a good opinion on type shit.
Yeah.
But my vlog channel, I just want to really talk to people, share my experiences, share opinions on certain thought processes or the way that. I don't know, just like a lot of different like real shit to try to help people to speak on my experience, shit like that. And then my gaming channel just like pump out hella gaming shit.
Yeah. I gotta be an asshole for a second, but I asked you this question. were you using like the FaZe is shitty to like bring yourself back to life?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Because some people, some people might say that.
I hear you, and that's like why I've been telling so many people, like when I'm talking about this behind the scenes, I'm like, I don't want people to ever think I'm doing this for those reasons. And people thought like to promote your weed brand. I'm like, that's why I went out of my way to not promote my weed brand while I was doing this, because I don't want people to think I'm doing it for the wrong reasons.
But imagine you're like, FaZe sucks, buy my marijuana.
No, I know, I know.
Yo, you would, that'd have been terrible.
No, but that's why I know I've been wanting to get back into content, but I've been wanting to deal with this FaZe situation first, because I don't want to just start posting videos, act like everything's good while all this fuck shit's happening in the background. So that's like why I didn't want to start until I handled all that. You know what I mean? I just got out of a wheelchair 6 months ago. I was in for 2 years. So it was a long time I was in that bitch, and I was like dying. I was in pain. So it was hard for me to make videos when you're in pain all day, right?
Yeah.
Very hard, because like you can't even think. That's also why sometimes like because I'm uncomfortable, it takes away from my thinking. Because I'll be like going off on a thought process, then I'll like, remember the pain for a second, and it'll like throw me off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like just hitting the fucking bump while you're driving really fast. It's like,
yeah.
So throws you off a little bit.
What have you learned, I guess, mostly from your, your FaZe experience? And then what have you learned from this whole, like, I guess
from the FaZe experience, I just got to keep trusting my gut. When I told them all, don't trust this guy, don't give him this, don't let him in, I just got to quadruple down on that. My gut does not lie to me. I don't think I've ever had an opinion on someone that didn't age perfectly. Even when I like confused myself and I said like, oh, I guess I was wrong about that person. Nope, give it 2 more years. The true colors then I end up coming out. I'm always fucking right about people. That's God's gift to me. So I will never in my life let other motherfuckers brainwash me thinking that I'm crazy and I'm wrong. No, because I've let that happen way too many times. Like, I knew this motherfucker was trouble. And they said, no, bro, trust me. He's like my dad. I love him, bro. You got to trust him. And I end up falling for the people that I think I do trust. And then, I don't give a fuck what people tell me anymore. I'm completely trusting myself 10 out of 10 times. Do not care. Yeah. So that's something but that's me personally, right? It's because, bro, you know what it is? Like, why would, and again, this also wanted to say, back to what you were saying, I just want to cut you off. I don't blame a businessman for doing businessman things. I don't. Yeah. I don't. I knew that. I knew that they were coming in for the money. You think I thought they were coming in because like, oh my God, I love trick shotting in FaZe, dude.
Of course.
I can't wait to see all the videos. Dude. We give a fuck.
Yeah, we all know that. We all know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why are they falling for it? Because they tell you they care about you? Because they sit there for 5 minutes to pretend like they care about your problems? Are you stupid? So I honestly blame my fucking brothers. I blame most of them for not standing up and for not fucking taking control of this shit and letting this shit happen.
Yeah.
Betas. Absolute betas. I don't really want to use that word, but they are. They're afraid. How am I willing to give up more than all of y'all with less? It just makes no sense to me. It's like that should have meant more, that someone that had way more is giving up his shit and risking his shit for y'all that have less. That's the point. That was the point I was doing all this. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. There was multiple different like lanes. Like they owe me a lot of money too. They owe me shit. But it wasn't even about that. If they just owed me money and everything else was fine, I wouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah.
If everyone else had, I would not have said nothing. Because I would have handled that a different way. You know what I mean? I would have just, but I would have handled that a different way. But
yeah, man. I mean, the trust in your gut thing's huge. I think we always really know. I think most people do really know what it is.
Absolutely.
And they just go, but they look for the good. Because I've done that so many times. It's backfired. It's hurt me so many times. Yeah. And it's me. Ultimately, like I did it to myself, like we were talking earlier.
That's
like
I blame myself for it. I do.
Yeah.
Like, I take full accountability for trusting these people, for letting this happen. In 2018, 19, I realized shit was even worse. And it kind of broke me down into like pushing away rather than facing them every single day and making them so fucking uncomfortable until that they ended up leaving type shit. I let them make me feel so uncomfortable that I left.
Yeah.
I should have just shut the fuck up and just pushed every single day. You know what I mean? But it felt like it was almost getting to a point where it was out of my control. And the problem is, bro, when you have like a situation where you're 25, it's not necessarily just up to me at that point. It's like if 3 people get played, the fuck am I going to do?
Yeah.
Or if 2 people get played and then they play another one, what the fuck am I going to do? Right? So it's always 3-1.
Yeah.
In certain situations with trusting people, which ends up backfiring, and motherfuckers just don't learn.
Yeah.
They say, oh, no, the next boomer is going to be nice. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. Like that's the thing with I don't know if people really realize how crazy business can get, because like there's people that you can consider like family even and will do you dirty. Like
because they'll always just brush it off as business. They're like, oh, it's business. Morals don't matter in business.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a thing to make it matter. Like people don't care. Like, no, it's business. This is business.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like if I had a fucking like brother who we did and he just businessed my ass. Oh man.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Bro, I've been through so much shit. I
believe you.
One of these days, I can't wait to actually really talk about it, which I think I will pretty soon.
Well, that was me for the last like 5 years. I swear to God, like the last 5-6 years, and there's still so much to talk about. But I don't care. I believe that like I was meant to do this. I honestly, a lot of me believes that I didn't die so that I could expose this. Because you know what would have happened if I died, brother? They would have thrown my ass on a t-shirt and given my mom none of that.
You think so?
I know so. Bro, they would have milked the living shit out of my dad.
Fuck.
For real, though. The same people that didn't come see me for 6 months after I got hurt in a wheelchair. Same fucking people.
You don't think they would have gave your mom any?
I think I would have cut her maybe 2%, 2.5%.
Wow.
You know.
It's like me and Steve. When Steve sold me the drug shirt, dude. You know how many shirts they sold? Gave me no money. Holy
You're
fuck.
lying on
Nah,
like the Brad sells drugs?
Every single thing except for like there was like the pharmaceuticals ones that was recent. They gave me like 10, and then there was one other one prior, I think. But everyone when it was like,
I love that you're just saying that too. You don't give a fuck. You're like,
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I don't care. I've talked to Steve. I've done talk about it on podcasts. Like,
But you're probably the same way as me. It's like everything that you'll say on these podcasts like that, you've said it to their face, obviously, right?
yeah, I don't
That's
care.
why I never feel like I'm talking behind anyone's back because I say it to their
I
face
don't
every
care.
single
And
time.
it is what it is. Like, at the same time, it's like, unless I was like, it's not like I was there and I was like, no, you can't do this.
Yeah.
Because I could have said, no, don't do this. I want this.
Yeah.
And I didn't. So it's like, I was at the same time, like, I don't give a fuck. It's just true.
It's just you would think that like morally that they'd be like, I gotta cut him if I'm using his fucking name. Right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
assume
But
that
then,
that's what it
you
means.
know, you could they could argue, well, you know, we're helping you or we're giving you this in the audience or whatever the fuck. So there's so many different perspectives to everything where
But
it's
didn't
like,
you have a pre-existing audience?
oh, a
before?
big
No?
one, yeah.
But it's like,
And
you're
also, I was a massive part of the content.
yeah.
But it is what it is. At the same time, like, again, like we were talking earlier, someone's perspective on a thing could be completely different than mine based on everything
Yeah,
they know. And I
exactly.
don't blame or fault them for it.
Yep.
Like
It
would've-
makes sense in their heads.
That's what I'm saying. For me, it would have made exactly it makes sense in their heads. And for me, if I wanted it to be what I wanted it to be, I should
You
have
would have
said
pushed for it. You would have
this
been like,
is-
don't drop that without my
exactly.
And exactly what I should have done. I gifted all, like I gave FaZe the money. Oh, like I never took a salary, but I never wrote, we're giving away my salary right now, but I'm owed that later. That's what I should have done.
Yes.
I should have been like, I'm giving you guys the 300,000 for the counter strike, but I want $1 million later.
Yeah.
I should have done shit like that. But I didn't because I'm an idiot. And I was 18. I was like, ah, trust.
See.
Idiot.
So that's what you got to learn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even same shit. Like, motherfuckers will tell us things in verbal conversation and say, oh, I didn't say that. So we record shit now.
Yeah. Get it in writing.
We record shit now.
Yeah.
Not even writing. I'm just recording shit and fucking making them look like liars when they say they don't. Like,
Well, yeah.
it's illegal, but I don't care.
Yeah. Always get stuff in emails.
Yeah.
The emails are good.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a thing where it's like, that's what I'm saying earlier. This all comes back to that, like, accountability and self-worth. Yeah, you can find yourself in a situation. You can really try your best. Obviously, sometimes you can still get duped and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, too, is so difficult for people to realize because you learn almost in sections and chunks, and then you've already kind of got fucked, and then you come back and you're like, oh, wait, I know that I should have done that now, but I didn't know enough then to say that then.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it's like, then you go further and then you find yourself in a new situation. You're like, fuck, it's the same thing, but it was disguised differently. And it's just like, you have to be okay with it. And then just like, you just get better, man. Like you get better at knowing when to be like, oh, wait, I see your shit.
Exactly.
Here's what it has to be. Here's how it's got to be, period. And that's what I've learned along this whole journey of like just life in general, social media and people and interacting and just being more like raw. Like this is what's up. This is how I feel. This is how, like, period. I don't want to deal with this.
People respect you more for that anyways, right? It's like,
Yeah.
just being honest about you. This is exactly how I feel. And you feel better about yourself too. Just always getting that shit off your chest, not living with it. You know how much shit I had to live with? Like, I wanted to tell people stuff like that, but I just didn't. Because I'm like, I don't want to like make them feel a certain way. I don't want the confrontation, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's the most, you got to, bro. You got to do those things for yourself. Otherwise, years are going to go by and you're going to wish you did.
Yeah.
And you might just get played or something bad. Like, I don't know. There's just a lot of bad that can come out of it. I'm not telling people how you feel when you feel that way, especially with like business and stuff. You got to.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
man.
got to.
Fuck. Otherwise, like, it just turns into a lawsuit, you know?
Yeah.
Time and time. Do you think it's going to go that way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking yeah. Which I don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens. I'm not sure.
Are they pressing anything towards you? Like, we're like, yo, you
Well, I
get
mean,
it?
we got a fucking, our CLO, like our legal, she ended up selling shares behind everyone's back. She's not supposed to. And, you know, we can't argue she did know certain information about the stock, so maybe she shouldn't have sold. That kind of sounds like insider trading to me. You know what I mean? Like, when,
Fuck.
just saying, there's a whole article that came out, like, CLO sells her shares, blah, 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 when we weren't allowed to sell our shares. So it's crazy that she was allowed to sell her shares and we didn't know about it, right? It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, strange coincidence, right? And, you know, she also knew who wants to sell, how much they want to sell. She knows all that information. So her dumping before that happened sounds pretty sketch, bro. That's all I'm saying. And she's also on the board of B. Riley, which invested and started this back with FaZe. So it's also pretty interesting as well.
Yeah, that's tough.
Crazy amount of coincidences, man.
Yeah.
Can't believe that, right?
Yeah, it's a
Wow. It's a crazy world. we live
good
in.
old insider trading there.
Good old insider trading. So
That's
there's
sick.
that. You know, there's a bunch. It's just, bro, I see this for what it is. All these execs come in. They don't give a fuck about FaZe or this culture or anything. They just want to fucking go to these parties, make the network off that they can off FaZe, take its resources, take the salary, take the shares, be absolutely incompetent, do fucking nothing to bring FaZe to the top, and then just leave. Take the shares, take the salary, former FaZe in their bio and move on.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I absolutely hate it. It's just like what I always envisioned the warehouse to be was all fans. Because, bro, you know how many fucking workers, like they go to LinkedIn to find employees. Why do you not just go on our Instagram and say, hey, we're looking for YouTube editors, looking for thumbnail guys? What the fuck? That's where the more content people are going to be. What are we doing going to HBO and getting people for?
Yeah.
And paying them $100,000 a year instead of just getting fans who would also, by the way, be interns for us. So on a business level, it makes more sense because you don't have to pay them as much.
Yeah. So
A lot of them are young, up and coming, and they consume the content. These execs, as soon as they leave the building, you think that they're looking at anything FaZe at fucking all?
Yeah. So they're not really in touch.
Of course not.
So, but that's the thing. Like when I think about it, like they don't also know that because they came from a different world and they're thinking I'm using
Why
the
are they
same.
here?
No, you're fair. That's fair. But they're thinking I'm using the same things that I know here. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's their mindset.
Exactly. They try to go off what they know, but what
Yeah.
they know doesn't apply.
For sure.
At all. Like
For
HBO
sure.
and like YouTube are two completely different types of like content that are being made there.
Yeah.
Two completely
Well,
different
and
types.
two completely different
And
worlds.
that's why they think, and it's like, I'm not like the guy that I was specifically from HBO in case he's watching this. I think you're an amazing dude, by the way. It's just like your skills and what we need for YouTube just don't match. He doesn't work at FaZe anymore. He's actually gone. They finally got rid of him. You know what I mean? And that sounds like because I think he's a nice guy. But again, like nice guy doesn't matter when it comes to this shit, right?
Yeah.
And because they'll come in and what do they know? But they know how to spend. All they know for production is to spend $300,000-$400,000 a shoot. So they spent $300,000, $400,000 on a Nike shoot that we ended up scrapping. Because they overpay for fucking everything. They don't understand that we made millions and millions of dollars off a fucking camera. Single G7X, dog. That's
like,
what we know.
They want some reds and all this
That's
shit.
what we know. We know that we just have to fucking hold a $500 camera and then make a fucking banger that makes thousand. Like they spend this to make this. We spent this to make this. It's all sorts of backwards. And it's like for who? Whenever they film shit super professionally, it flops. No one cares about it because there's no relatability.
Yeah.
Even when I tried to use like those like type of cameras, people said stop. Whenever I make vlog that, people say stop. Go back to your old camera because it just doesn't feel the same. Just holding those big cameras and like the nice ass cameras versus like just the nice G7X that just feels like I don't know. They can feel you through the camera.
Authenticity in it.
Yeah, it's like so they just don't get that. They don't get how to make the fans feel a certain way. They don't understand. Some of these motherfuckers at the office think that people care about me for my trick shots back in the day. Like you think a dude ever comes to me in person and says like, bro, your trick shot on. Come on, dog. Like no one gives a fuck about that. It's about the way that I made them feel over the years, right? That's what every single human unanimously cares about me for. That still cares about me. Because of that, the way I made them feel, the shit that I taught them. That's what they care about. And that's what I forever want to be because that has the most longevity.
How many times have I fucking said that same thing, dude?
But
That's true though.
It's absolutely the truth. You think people give a fuck about you specifically for? I mean, I'm sure there are some people that care specifically for the like workouts that you do.
Kinda,
but
not
mostly,
really.
But there has to be at least like one
Yeah,
or
some,
two,
but
right?
some,
Like, there's gotta
yeah,
be, like,
some
random
because,
fans.
but that was
I'm
because.
saying the bulk isn't that.
Yeah,
Fucking
no,
all.
that is a lot of it because it's teaching. So people like a few things, right? They like to be taught something.
Yeah.
They want to know, oh, this person taught me this. I appreciate that. I got this from
I
them.
think everybody likes tape right now.
Yeah, they teaching or they want to be made to laugh or they want to be made to feel like motivated or inspired or feel like, wait, this person is like me, like because I can see some things that this person says that I can relate to.
Yeah,
the relatability,
exactly. And that's
like,
what matters so much. They see you as a friend.
What do you think about tape? By the way, you just brought that up.
Absolutely love him.
Yeah.
I absolutely,
bro.
I just don't know about all the. Of course, like you fucking supported sex trafficking. I don't know if he did that shit or not, but I also don't think so personally. But also, I don't want people to be like, oh, you're believing like, all the I'm obviously still no matter how much I like someone, I'm always open to both sides. I'm not an idiot. I'm not fucking like a Democrat or a fucking Republican where it's just one side or the other.
No.
I do not think that way. That entire thinking is wrong. There needs to be an independent party, but they'll never do that for control, obviously. But that's a whole different story.
Yeah,
I don't think that way. I'm not one or the other. Life is not black and white. Life is gray.
I'm not
So
either.
you have to consider all the variables, and people rarely fucking do that.
No, they almost never do that.
Yeah. Even that shit did sound kind of AI-y though.
Yeah,
that voicemail sounded pretty AI.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, "Is that him?"
Except when he said low key, when he's like, "You're really mad I strangled you a little bit." I was like, "Yeah, that low key sounds exactly like how he'd say it." I was like, "Bro, but I don't know. I hope it's not true." Because some of the texts were actually like really bad. I'm like, "Yeah, that's bad." Like if he actually said,
I didn't see the text stuff. I only saw like that thing.
He's just throwing the R word in there a lot, saying like he liked that he did that type shit in the text.
Oh shit,
right?
yeah.
Obviously, that's fucking terrible. But regardless, like. I don't know. He does preach good thing for people. Preach good things for people. You can't argue that.
Yeah.
Like, how many more people have probably started going to the gym and being more disciplined and taking care of their life or want to because of him?
Yeah.
It's like that's a good thing for the world. How can you argue that? But of course, people get caught up in what he says and not like what he's actually doing for the world. Like, how much do you think the actual like misogynist rate has gone up in the world since Tate? Like true misogynists, not like trolls, not people that are just saying it as a joke. Because I call my girlfriend my property all the time as a joke. But like, I'm not seriously misogynistic. I just like. It's a humor, right? I'm not. She knows not that, and she calls me her property as a joke too. So it's like it's just a joke. So,
but people are really sensitive these days. That's the thing.
I know.
That's what this all comes down to. It's like, I want to be mad about everything.
I feel like that comes to entitlement, thinking that your feelings actually do matter. Like our feelings don't matter. Like they do to us, but like in the grand scheme of things, they don't, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like,
and then,
people are
wanting,
so entitled, bro.
Yeah.
They think that we're the fucking best. So that's even why, like, I don't know, certain like things. Actually, I don't want to say it because it's like people are gonna get so butthurt about it. But yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Certain things are like, it's just not even worth it, bro. But
no, yeah, but that's what's so funny about it. And I for some reason I always get into these conversations with a lot of creators. Is like we've gotten to a point where like the fact that we can't even say certain things is like there's a problem there. Mm-hmm. And so that's the thing. Like this guy came out and just said all this shit, and I think that's why people were like, "Wait, I like this," even though no one has to agree with everything he says. He just started saying shit that everyone was like, "Oh shit, I've thought about that though too," and someone's actually saying it now.
I forget what podcast it was. One guy said, he was like, "I don't like Andrew Tate at all, but what he says is very factual a lot of times," and he just goes over that, and that's like a very fair way to think about things. Like you can still not like somebody, but then agree with things that they've done. Right? You can still be like, oh no, I like this, but I absolutely kind of hate the overall vibe and like what he preaches and this, that. I don't like that he flexes the cars and the money and stuff like that and teaches people that money matters and that's your, that's the sign of success and things like that. Because some people genuinely don't really care about the money part of it to feel successful. Yeah. So to say that you have to have a Bugatti and things like that to be successful,
right?
I get it. Like I can see why people don't like that, but for other people it is motivating. For a lot of other people it is motivating because a lot of people do want that. A lot of people want the nice car, the nice crib, the women. Most guys want that. Yeah. Right? So I can understand that, but it doesn't mean like for example, like I'm sure you see all those shorts of guys going up to like girls saying like, "Do you like Andrew Tate?" No, why? He's misogynistic. What has he done misogynistic? I don't know. It's like you've seen a bunch of those.
Yeah, we're like just because I've been
they are
heard
black
it.
and white thinkers. Yeah, they will. But even that's how like Democrats are, bro. With like Trump and shit, they hate him for everything he's done, but they'll never give him. Like I can get saying like, "Fuck Trump for this, but he did this." I'll never see that, but. I'll never do that, but he did this, and that's just not a fair.
Well, recently, it's funny. There's like this. Remember this whole like they're like we gotta put Trump in jail because he took these documents. Now it's
no
like
way they're mad that he stole fucking documents.
But now Biden has documents that they found when he was VP, and they're like, oh wait,
no, it's fine. He didn't mean it.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like this is my thing. Fuck, I hate politics. It's stupid.
If anybody's political, I think they're an idiot.
Yeah, this is my thing. Think you're an idiot. Fuck politics when it comes to this in this sense. I'm just saying, everyone. For some reason, they do this. They treat everyone else as if they're fucking perfect, as if they are perfect. And it's like, yo, we're all imperfect. And it's like, you look at someone, you go,
so glad you said that.
All these things he says, oh, right. All these things, oh, he's bad. And it's like, yo, everyone, like every single fucking human being is not perfect, is fucking imperfect.
Do you know why I hate politics so much? The foundation of it is entirely flawed. You have to pretend to be perfect. You can't tell the people about what you've done wrong. Like I could never do something in politics for how honest I am. It's fucking impossible. They'd pull anything I've ever done and exaggerate and stretch it and make it sound way worse than it is. So the foundation to be a politician is to lie and make yourself appear a certain way. Because if people even know that I did this, they'll use that against me and then I won't win. Yeah. So you have to lie. So every politician is a scumbag on every fucking end. They're scumbags. Yeah. And that's why low key, like Dave Chappelle made a great point. I'm like, oh, he is spin when he said like, I called Trump an honest liar. You know what I mean? Because like he will do things. That's why he'll tell you what he did.
And that's why so many people loved him. And that's also why so many people hated him.
But because and I can see why people loved him for that because they're like, damn, at least a politician being honest with what he's done. But then everyone else is like, but he did that. Yeah, but the other motherfuckers aren't telling you what they did.
And they already and bro, that's
and I'm not a Trumpy, but like I'm not like a part of like I'm not political at all. Like I don't Canadian dog. I'm fucking out of this fucking debate. I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
But I can still see things for what they are.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just crazy.
That's the bigger picture. The bigger picture is people expect everyone to be perfect, knowing that they're not. They themselves are not. And that's what frustrates me.
But nobody's understanding about that fact. And nobody can say like, well, I did this in my life. For example, it's like me trying to judge someone else for something really bad that they've done when I've done really bad things in my life as well. But it's maybe not the same, but I should still have that level of
no one does that. No one has the
introspectiveness. The fuck out of me. And that's why I wanted to off myself for a long time. Like everybody doesn't understand. I want to get out of here.
But like it's never worth it, man. Because it's like
no, I know. I can just go be in like Tulum or something and like, fuck everyone.
Go disappear. Yeah. Do something else, man.
No, and that's what I realized. I'm like, bro, why am I living my life like? But you know what it was, and you know what changed over the last 2 years, which I'm so fucking grateful for, is before that I got my validation from people. Unfortunately, like that's even why I bought like supercars and jewelry and all that kind of stuff, is because I wanted validation from other people. Eventually, it led to me actually liking cars and liking jewelry and actually liking it for what it was. But in the beginning, that's why I'll never wear something Gucci ever again, because I know I bought that Gucci, so motherfuckers saw me in that Gucci, and I think that's the lamest shit ever.
I remember seeing you in Gucci.
Please stop.
I swear to God.
I know.
swear to
But
God.
I'm saying now. I'm saying in 2018.
Yeah.
17, I
This is
was.
a long time ago.
No, I know. Probably 20. I was wearing Gucci, and again, it's like this lame to me, bro. I don't like it. I don't like.
Yeah.
I like Balenciaga pieces and like certain designer pieces that you don't see what it is, right? Like you can. It's just a blank. That's why I like. It's just like a blank. You don't really like see what it is. But I hate the flashy shit. I don't like any of that.
Yeah.
Because it just like, I never like manually thought, oh, I want to buy a car in Gucci, so I'm cool. But subconsciously, that's why I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never actually like thought that. I lied to myself like, oh, I like it, but no, I know why I bought it. That's why whenever I see anything Gucci in my closet, I fucking just get so mad. I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It's annoying to me.
But see, this is the thing, like, and this is another thing that's important. You're growing, you're learning, you're getting older, you're learning more about life, what's important to you. And that's another thing. People hold everyone to a point. Like, for example, if we talk about mistakes someone makes and they go, that's you forever. Remember when he did that 10 years ago, though? Fuck that guy. It's like, bro, like, what, humans can't learn and
it's
grow.
Be harder on our generation a lot because everything we've done is on the internet.
Everything.
So it's like, think about like my stepdad who's 70 years old right now. Like, I can't see what the fuck he did when he was 30, 40.
Yeah.
Imagine 18. Dude, he was probably the cringiest motherfucker when he was 11, but I'll never know.
Yeah.
We were all, but
It's
for
a
me,
weird.
You can see me when I was 13, 14 on the internet, and it's cringy as fuck. What it's like.
Yeah, it's a weird concept that like literally our kids will be able to look at.
Your grandkids are gonna be able to see what the fuck you did on the internet.
Yeah, it's insane.
Which is insane.
That's fucking cool too, though.
It is cool. It's cool, but it's like we're still at a point where people aren't as understanding for it to be like, because they'll use it against you. Is what I'm saying these days.
Yeah,
Just being understanding, like, oh well, it was a long time ago. He didn't know any better. I'm sure he like, he learned and he grew it and shit like that. I said that's so weird, but yeah. But the best thing that I have now is I get validation from myself and only myself. Like there's no way like another person's opinion of me makes me feel better or worse about myself. It just doesn't. My mom's, but like in general, like her telling me that she's been so proud of me for the way I've been handling stuff, emotions, stuff like that, makes me so happy because she's seen me so bad. And my sister and mom, they're not like yes men at all, right? They will talk shit, and that's our dynamic of our family. We just talk shit, and I love it. Like if you heard the way I talk about it, you'd be like, God damn, like I talk shit. She talks shit. My sister talks shit.
Like challenge each other.
Yeah, it's fun. Like she's my friend. I see her as like my best friend. I barely even see her as my mom sometimes. Like I do. She's my mom, of course. But like our relationship is way more best friendly than like how someone has like the utmost respect for their mom and they're afraid to like swear or say certain shit around their mom. Like fuck no. Like hell no. That's not like me and my mom's relationship. It's like because most people how they are with their parents. Like oh don't say this around my mom. Like my mom was here. We could still be talking about hookers and fucking somebody.
Yeah, that's how I'm with my mom. My mom might like not want to talk about it on camera. She'd be like,
yeah, on camera she wouldn't because like they're gonna think I'm a bad mom. But like in real life, she does not give a fuck.
Yeah,
she wouldn't do it on a podcast, but she do it in real life.
Yeah, that's cool. That's how I developed a similar relationship.
I
with my
love
mom.
it, though. I wouldn't trade it for anything. For real, like that's why I love her so much, bro. She's my queen.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah. No, everything I did, like the first thing I did with my money, bro, was retire her. When I was making $10K a month when I dropped out of high school, I gave her $6. And first thing I did was retire her. That's all I cared about doing because she worked at a dollar store for such a long time, like hated her life.
Yeah.
So that's like the first thing.
It's beautiful.
That's why I love, bro. I like feel something special every time I see somebody like creators take care of their parents. But I feel like you have to. If you're a creator, you're not taking care of your parents. Fuck you. Like you have to. Yeah. Unless I can't say that because some people really do have bad relations with their parents.
Yeah.
Some people's moms are pieces of shit. But for real, bro. Even one of my homies that died, like and I already knew he told me his relationship with his mom, how like she always like wasn't a good mom, this, that. And then bro, after seeing what happened when he passed, pissed me the fuck off. Having context about how the way she was, and then she didn't give a fuck about him, just wanted all the money that he had, and like she was fighting over money about that. That shit hurts me, bro. Like so that's what I'm saying. Not everybody. Some moms don't deserve it, bro. I'm sorry. It's just the reality. Some moms
tough.
There's a lot of reality,
there's
right?
just people like that who are just like.
But like I'm sure 99% do though. Like all the moms that I've met are actually like saints, right? But there's an exception for everything, right? You can't, bro. With 8 billion people on Earth, like, come on. There's gonna be bad people. You just gotta be like real about shit, right?
That's why it's about accountability.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
I'm gonna piss real quick, and then we're gonna wrap this up.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. All right, boys. Quick interruption from the podcast. One of our sponsors, Roman Swipes. That's right. I've talked about this in the past. Listen, if you guys have a hard time lasting long enough, or if you feel like, you just want to last longer, I don't know what it is. Obviously, to each their own personal preference. It's all good. Here's the deal. Roman Swipes has your back. Basically, all you have to do is like take this little thing out of this little packet, and before fucking playtime, you give yourself a little bit of time. Swipe. Don't do it too close to playtime. You gotta do this like a little bit before. But yeah, it's gonna help you basically endure, more time. So there, you'd be able to enjoy your whole experience a little bit more. So give Roman Swipes a try. If you guys want to try it right now, go to ro.co/Bradley. Again, that's ro.co/Bradley. untold.co/Bradley to get $10 off your first order and free 2-day shipping. Don't pass it up. Do it right now. Support your boy. Let's get back into this podcast. Nah,
Every now and then, just whenever. But
yeah, because I'll get a little too much anxiety if I smoke too much, and so like I realized it's like I love it in certain moments, and like I like a little bit pre-workout, a little bit of caffeine, but it's just like if I just go too much over the edge, I'm like, oh, I feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So a part of me is just like, is it worth it? Sometimes it is, because I really enjoy. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like working out, being like just enough high, the
like
pump's
autopilot.
crazy. It's like it feels so good.
I know.
So I'm like, fuck, I want that, but I don't want to go over the edge, and then it fucks up, 4 hours of my day because I'm anxious.
Yeah, exactly. Because it makes
So-
you comfortable. You know, it makes you very
Yeah.
comfortable in the moment. Which is an issue.
Yeah, but so yeah, no, I'm not. I don't have anything against marijuana. I just know there was times when I just probably did it too much. And these are just mushrooms though.
Oh yeah.
I love mushrooms.
Do you take them often?
I haven't. I'm gonna start again. I normally microdose though, but not like your microdose,
Yeah,
which is
like
not a
an actual
microdose.
microdose. Yeah.
You're taking fucking mushrooms.
I
take like
know.
like literally.
But it didn't hit me like that, so that's why I thought I was microdosing. I'm like, it's
Well,
not.
you have a high tolerance, clearly.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
That's
I
why-
don't.
Bro, if I didn't, life would have been so much easier. I would have just smoked like a hit of weed, tenth of a Xanax and called it a day and never would have gone down.
Yeah, dude, I have an extremely low tolerance to everything.
But you're so big.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my body is very efficient. Like meaning like it takes something and it uses it.
That's good.
So
It's
it
like you don't need
works
as
for
much
me.
of anything.
Exactly.
That's
I've
really
been
good.
that way.
Even like a little bit of caffeine gets you right. Like you don't
Yeah,
even need that
a
much.
little bit of caffeine.
I need so much caffeine. I need so much.
Even when I would
nicotine.
take the Xanax, I would take 0.25. Yes,
Okay,
bro.
Never mind. We want to hold. So that for me, just to give you like a
Exactly.
like the day that I OD'd, I took 1,000 of those.
That's what I'm saying. I can take 0.25 on an airplane and be like, oh, this works.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I can't even imagine taking
Yeah.
that. Like I'd be in the hospital.
Mhm.
Like I would be like, or just asleep in the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably asleep because I don't think I can make it to the hospital. I'd probably wake up in a hospital. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, the drug things, it's crazy. This whole shit. Again, I mean, it just comes down to just, I don't know, man. It's funny. Self-accountability, moderation, understanding that, in all these circumstances,
But what
business
I
and
would
life.
say is I'm only like this because of what I've already like used and stuff like that. But if I could go back, bro, I won't do none of it. I would tell every single person that hasn't tried anything yet, I'm like, please don't ever. But it's the people that
Talking about money, you're talking about drugs.
any sort of drug. Other than honestly, the only thing I will argue is like sometimes some psychedelics aren't, because you don't do them all the time, and it's not like that, right? It's like for somebody who doesn't do drugs, is to try shrooms once for perspective, not a bad thing. But I would never say try a Percocet or lean or Xanax
No.
or anything for perspective.
Yeah.
But shrooms, like you can get something.
I absolutely stand by the fact
Bro,
that
keep your
everyone.
chemical balance intact and don't do none. Like if you haven't done anything,
Yeah.
no, especially not nicotine, because that's the only reason I smoke weed every day is because of nicotine. I'm so fucking addicted to nicotine. It's insane.
So you smoke weed because of nicotine? I'm good.
I strictly smoke weed because of nicotine. I like weed, but I wouldn't even smoke weed every day if it was just for the weed. At all.
So like spliffs.
Not even. I smoke blunt spliffs, which is even worse.
Blunt,
Weed, and then I put this really strong tobacco in it. I'm
dude.
insane. And I
It's
can't-
fun because tobacco's it's a really actually could be a really beneficial thing. It's just done too excessively and it's crazy.
Really? What do you mean by beneficial?
There's actually
I heard that
ton
there's
of
a lot of health
to-
benefits of tobacco,
tons to tobacco, like in
Really?
its refined state, not just the way we have it in cigarettes and all the other bullshit, like in its like more natural actual state.
but
There's
can I show you one?
yeah.
This is like what I
This-
typically what I use.
Let me see.
This pack's better. Yeah.
Let me see.
Open it up. That's what I strictly use. It's natural tobacco. There's absolutely no flavor, nothing added. I used to smoke backwards, but then the flavors are just so cancerous. So I guess it's all cancerous, but
Yeah, but
it's
this
extra cancerous.
But you can use things like this in a more like exactly in a more meaningful way. That's not
It's straight tobacco.
yeah. What's
Yeah.
that?
Strictly growler, bro.
Yeah, you can. There's ways to do it. I mean, obviously, people like I said, everything's in excess is what's fucking things up.
Exactly.
But there actually are health benefits to this.
Some dude told me that in the sauna one time, and I thought he was batshit crazy. Just
Nah.
trying to fucking,
Really?
just trying to make himself feel okay for smoking. and
No, it's true. I mean, it's if you do it all the time, it's like and you're just doing it excessively because you're just doing it for other reasons. But like people have used this stuff for thousands and thousands of years
yeah.
for actual medicinal benefits. But we get caught up in tweaking it to making it something that it's not.
But that's why I kind of, I tell people, I'd rather you smoke cigarettes than a vape.
But even cigarettes have extra shit. Cigarettes,
It does.
all this
But I
other
still
bullshit.
think that at least with cigarettes, we've seen what has happened to our, bro, we all have, grandparents or, aunts or whatever that have been smoking since they were 13. And yeah, a lot of them get good old fashioned lung cancer at like 40 and shit.
I see
like
where
that.
you're going with this.
But
yeah.
like with vapes, you see kids on breathalyzers at 20. That's insane. That does not happen with like.
Well, there's definitely some other shit in those vapes. These
Yeah.
idiots always was doing it. I was like, yo, you fucking idiots. What are you doing?
Nah, I vaped for a little bit. I even had like a character Vape Lord Nord, but I am so beyond. Like, I'm so against them now because I just think it's like, dude, it's already unnatural that we're smoking things.
It's too
and putting shit in our
accessible,
lungs.
too.
But now we're gonna put artificial flavors in our. That's insane.
Yeah, and it's too easy. It's just like a
it's
little.
that's the okay.
You charge
that's
it,
it
like-
too. I have to at least work and roll my shit. You know what I mean? I have to fucking cut
Yeah.
that bitch out, break up the weed. Like it's a process, right? And I can't just smoke anywhere. When I used to like smoke like Juuls and shit on a plane, there's literally no spot I couldn't smoke. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
And you can
Because I
charge
just
that
go
bitch anywhere because it charges with the other devices. Yeah, it's fucked, dude.
And you just buy extra pods and you can always just replace it. There's no issue. I used to have 2 Juuls on me all the time.
That was honestly like new age beginning of cigarette era again, where it was like
Yeah.
everyone addicted to like something that's like really probably
Dude, and I feel like
sketchy.
that's low-key why I'm still so addicted to nicotine. I need to cut that shit bad, bro. Like I need to because I'm too addicted, dog. And that's the one thing I've ever been addicted to is nicotine. I've never been addicted to drugs or nothing like that, but nicotine for some fucking reason. I mean,
You could do it though.
I know I can.
Just timing. Just
Absolutely.
slowly.
I absolutely know I can. I just don't want to. That's the issue. But I
Yeah.
want to. I want to because I'm like, damn, I don't want to be addicted to nothing, but I don't want to. I'm like, I feel so good, dog.
Yeah. But life's about being uncomfortable sometimes, man.
I know.
That's the thing you gotta
No,
get used to.
you get the most when you're uncomfortable. That's when you actually like learn and grow. You don't gain nothing when you're comfortable all the time.
Yeah.
know
You should
what
challenge yourself this year. Try to do it where you're not addicted to it.
Well, actually, I have like cut down significantly. Like before, I would pretty much chain smoke all day for the most part. But now it's like I haven't smoked today at all. No nicotine today so far, and I've been awake for 5 hours. So it's like that's good for me. That's incredible for me, by the way.
Yeah, it's just funny when someone
No, I
says
know,
that.
I know. But technically, if you count my sleep too, we're doing a lot more hours.
That's
But still,
hilarious.
like I'm just that. Yeah, I just be smoking it every single day. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah,
nicotine.
you should try to. I mean, you know what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's you got to want it. That's all.
Yeah. No,
Change
and I
it.
do. You know, I've gone to the point now where I absolutely do. So
Yeah.
we're in the process of cutting it down, but damn, I feel like I should just stop being a bitch and just go cold turkey, huh?
I don't know about. I mean, that's the hardest way, but it works.
I did that with like all the other drugs, and that's why everyone thought I was gonna like relapse or whatever. Which I technically did relapse, but never. Like
Why don't
that.
you start doing it instead of just stopping it? This is me being like, I'm apparently a drug fucking specialist, but
You do
I'm
sell
like,
a lot of them.
Why? Yeah. Apparently, why
Did you
don't
ever
you?
sell me any when I was on shit? I don't remember.
No,
No.
I wasn't actually a drug dealer.
I know. I'm
No.
kidding.
No, seriously. I think maybe what if you start just smoking nicotine like with intention instead of just to smoke? If you're like, okay,
me an
I'm
example.
meaning like, okay, I'm gonna smoke this nicotine because I want a little bit more energy to focus on this, and then you're doing it
Yeah.
with that in mind instead of just like I'm doing it just because I'm bored and I should be smoking nicotine.
I hear you. So it's like because I love smoking like on car drives, for example. So like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably bad to say, right? But it's okay.
Yeah.
That's like I like or like watching a movie or specific things like that. So you're saying this more give it a purpose and
Exactly.
not ever do it. I have
Try that, 'cause
That's
then
low-key
you-
what I've been doing though. That's what I'm saying.
That's
I have
good.
had no purpose to smoke it, so I haven't.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
like
so.
what
If
I've
like
been
instead of I'm just doing it because I should be doing this, and your brain's just like you need it, so you do it. Being like, you know what, tonight I'm gonna lay down, I'm gonna watch this show or this movie, and I'm gonna do it then, and I'm gonna like have this moment.
Absolutely. Or if I'm ideating videos and shit like that,
I'm gonna
structure
I'm gonna
shit out.
use it
Absolutely.
because it's a tool.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it becomes not a tool. All these kind of
when
drugs.
you use it all fucking
Yeah,
day.
then
But
it's
I feel
just-
like that's the worst part about vapes is that's what it programmed my brain to be because I never used to think that way about nicotine at all.
Yeah.
It used to be moderate. Like I used to just smoke a blunt every now and then and not smoke one for like 3 days. That's impossible now. Not impossible. That's just not what I do now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, the fucking like Juuls and the puffs and all them bullshit vapes, they program your brain to constantly get that fucking dopamine every 2 seconds, every 3
Yeah.
seconds.
So
Bad.
now you got to just program yourself differently.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
you
and
put
that's what I've been doing because I realized that a long time. I'm like, yeah, that's like why this shit's fucked up.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for me? I always like to do this shit.
Any specific questions?
Nah, nothing specific. Nothing ever specific.
Oh,
yeah, man. Just in general.
No, not necessarily. Just like
Yeah.
you know, like how you been, bro? You been good? It's
I'm
like,
good. Honestly, I've been a little stressed out. I just opened a gym 2 days
where
ago.
was it? It's not in Woodland Hills, right?
No, it's in Encino.
Okay, it's not far.
Yeah, just opened a gym, and it was a little frustrating because, like, you know, you open a gym, and I've spent, you know, obviously tons of money. None of that's really the important part, but you want people to be like, oh, this is amazing, and everyone thought it was amazing. And then I did this. I was like, we were in this moment where we didn't plan it as good as we should had, and like we needed people to leave because there were so many people outside. There was like a
Did you get them
massive
to leave
line.
or what?
Yeah, so listen. So this is what happens. I invited a bunch of people to show up, right? You saw the flyers and shit. I don't know, posting my story. So all these, like, I invited all these influencers out to come to be at the event.
Adam there and stuff.
Mike, all these people to show up so that people can come and meet them and see the gym and all that stuff. And, you know, there's thousands of people. They're all lined up, wrapped around the building. It's pouring rain. But first bunch of people come in. There's like, I don't know, 1,000 people in the gym packed, right? Been there for like an hour and a half. And then we're realizing like, oh shit, there's more people outside. We got to get them in. The line's not moving. So we need to get some of these people out, right? So we're like, a few times go by, we're like, you guys got to get out, No one's leaving. Yo, you guys really got to get out because like we got it, you know?
Why weren't they leaving though? Were they not listening or did they not give a fuck?
Kind of, I don't know, just both. They didn't probably were like, yo, I want to experience this, I want to enjoy this, right? But so did all the other people. So it got to the point where we're getting up there, and I get up on top of the thing in like a stand on somewhere in the gym, and I'm like, yo, everyone's got to get, if you're not an influencer. And I said this in a way that it's like, I'm going to tell you what happened after, but I said like, if you're not an influencer, you got to leave. But the whole idea was, if you weren't one of the people that I invited, to stay, to leave. Everyone, unless you're one of those people, because people came to see all those people because we promoted it, right? So then I say that, and I'm basically saying like, yo, if you're not one of these influencer people, you guys got to leave. On the internet, you know how it goes on the internet.
Of course, but like he's kicking out everyone who's not an influencer. He's so lame, only cares about the influence.
What are you gonna do? No, get out of there, bro. No, get out of there, leave. Motherfucker. Get the fuck out of there. Go in the room, here's a pillow. Go. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. No, hey. No. No. Oh my God. No. Oh my God, dude. You guys are gonna stay. There's just like a few rules.
Okay.
Just a few rules. So I'll write them down. Sit down here. Sit down. All right, boys. Yeah, sit down over here. I'll just read some rules. Okay. All right, so the rules are simple. What? I'm good. I don't need it. I'm good. The rules are simple. Most important, no smoking inside. That's number one. Number two is no smoking inside. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
I figured
These are the top two rules. It was written here before you like sat down. You saw this.
Loophole.
Why would you like that right now?
Loophole.
What's the loophole? Why would you like that right now?
Content house? You said that we could come, it's a content house. Smoking's content.
No.
That's what I do.
No, it's not. Yeah, but you can do that outside. There's like outside there.
Then how would it be a content house, bro?
It's still a content house, bro. Doesn't mean you smoke. These are like, it's just gonna smell like shit in here all the time if you smoke in here. What about everyone else? What if they don't like the smell?
They like content.
Bro, put that out. Put it out, last one.
Okay.
No, last one. No, put it, motherfucker. Put it out. Give me the fucking, stop fucking puffing it. Give me the, God damn it. Fuck.
Only send on the weekends?
Yeah, that's number 3.
No hookers?
No, well that,
What the?
I mean, that one doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, we can take that
Yeah,
one.
we'll take that one off. But yeah, you can't be in here like partying every day. It's just too much.
I don't know.
It'd be fucking good, dude.
This is what we think of your fucking rules, Bradley.
Fucking stupid rules. What is this?
Wait, what the fuck's that?
Money owed.
Money owed?
Gustavo, 352,000, Brad?
Yo,
Mexico?
nah, you guys wrote this shit.
Wait, what is this?
Pop?
No, what is?
Who's Gustavo?
I have no idea.
And why do you owe him $352,000?
Why'd you write this? I don't know. This is. Did you write this?
I didn't write that.
Who wrote this shit? That's not my handwriting.
Who's Rodriguez?
I don't know any of these people, bro. I don't know any of these people. You wrote this?
What the?
Bro. Who wrote this list?
This is your to-do list?
No, I didn't write this.
Why do you have to call the police station and pay off the sheriff?
Bro, I didn't write this. Yo, why is this shit here? Wow. Someone else wrote this. I didn't write that.
Find new shipping route through Tijuana?
I don't know anything
What
about
are you shipping through Tijuana, Brad?
I don't know anything about shipping routes at all. I don't. I didn't write this.
Getting exposed.
I didn't write this. This is weird, dude. Cut down masturbation sessions from 4 to... Bro, that's not... What?
5 to 4.
That's not even
Four's-
accurate.
Dude, four's
That's not
still-
even accurate. You wrote this shit? That's not even accurate, bro.
Dude, 4's a lot still.
That's inaccurate.
You should
There's
cut,
no way I'm doing
cut
that, dude.
4's way too much.
You went too far with this one. This one's too far.
You thought
This
5
one's
was
too far.
you thought 5 was way too far.
This is too far.
Go down to 4.
You wrote this? Who wrote this? Was that you?
This
It looks
is-
like
We
you're-
just got here, Bradley.
Yeah, but
We just
that-
moved in.
Are you Rodriguez?
no, those are the movers.
Pablo?
Those are the movers. Bro, this
You
is,
never know.
This is fucking weird, dude. What, like, why?
But tell me, how did we write this? We just moved in.
Well, obviously, I mean, someone else wrote this. I didn't write this shit.
You might have an assistant.
No. I mean, I have an assistant. Yeah, maybe Steve wrote it. But, like, why would Steve write this? I didn't write this. I didn't write it.
Yeah, you didn't write it.
No, yeah, I didn't write it. I'm telling you, I didn't
I
write
got
it.
you, Brad.
This is the first time I've seen this. The first time you're
No,
seeing
no.
this.
You
The
know
first
what?
time we're all seeing this, apparently.
Listen, everyone jerks off, you know?
Yeah, but
stop.
like that's a lot. That's excessive.
Like I've hit the 3 mark a few days, but 4, 5, that's
Yeah. I mean,
interesting.
this is unaverage.